ayy. Finally got that deal, got a pen in my hand. Ooh, ayy. Like how you tryna buy who the hell I am? You can keep your cash, I'm not that broke. I won't sign no contracts, I do me. Y'all are canceled, stealing people's dreams, how can you sleep? It's all rap hoes, throwing cash in Lambos. I'm independent till I'm dead, I quit the music industry.
I love that song. If you never heard that song all the way, it's a song that you need to.
No, that's a good intro. I like that one.
I think my headset's going out.
Well,
no, it's not you. You're fine. My right ear is not working, but we're good.
Oh, okay. I was worried it was me there because I don't know if you can remember, but I had all kinds of trouble before.
Yeah, I don't. It might not be you. It might be my headset. This is 2 years old or something like that. But it's not a big deal.
No.
For everyone looking for the rattlesnake show, we could talk rattlesnakes today if you guys want to. But Todd had a family emergency come up. It was last minute. So we will not be able to talk to Todd this week, but we'll get him on in the future. I promise you that. So we can talk rattlesnakes. I can talk rattlesnakes all day.
We got Wally in the house.
Hello, Wally. He probably was like, "Why are they late?" That's what it is. Like, oh yeah. I got on a little late. How that happened? I got on a little late. I got you to link a little late, and then we started talking, and then we just got on. Reptiles own me. I don't own them. No.
Tanisha is on.
Yeah.
Hello, Tanisha.
So you tell us, what eggs do you have? Tell everyone what eggs. I'm excited.
Okay. What eggs do I have? Let me see here. I got African fat tail eggs now. First time for African fat tail, so I'm excited about that.
African fat tails.
That makes me excited to have African fat tails. Crested geckos. I got more crested gecko eggs today.
Okay.
So that's a good one. I got some leopard gecko eggs. But I got an issue with a couple of them that are laying one egg at a time, it happens. Nothing I can do. It's all good, though. So I'm excited about that. I'm waiting for my pick-the-girl to drop some eggs, so that'll be interesting again.
The rabbits of the gecko world.
Yeah, they're cool. My isopods are exploding. Just taking off like crazy.
Your isopods are like, I think what you're doing is you're buying a lot and just adding them together. You are multiplying.
I can't afford that with all the ones that are exploding. I mean, all my Cubera species are just exploding.
I'm really upset. Talking about isopods, I've been looking at other roaches to add to Orner Exotics to breed and offer to sell. Well, someone had orange heads or something like that. I forget what they were, but he also bred isopods, and I've never seen anyone have the big bins. He had the big bins like I breed roaches in, and he would say, these are these isopods, and these are these isopods, and now I can't find his videos. And I gotta find them. He's really, really cool, and he was talking about, I thought red runners could climb. I've always thought that, and I've had red runners. They can't climb up the sides.
No? See, I didn't know that either. I always assumed. That's why I never got any before, because I always assumed, well, you don't want them getting out anywhere. Leonardo, Josh is in the house, too. Hey, guys, how you guys doing?
Yeah, guys, if you're here for the rattlesnake thing, you can throw rattlesnake questions out. I don't care. But we'll talk rattlesnakes and wild rattlesnakes and stuff like that next week. We had a little... this is what... Okay, there's a gentleman over in the UK, and he breeds red runners. And I was looking at other roaches to add, and I'm like, and he put in the comment, red runners don't climb up smooth surfaces. I'm like, what? What? And he's sitting there and he's dumping them in these bins, and they're not running up. And I'm like, I could have swore, because I had red runners for a little bit, and I could have swore they did. But I don't know if it's we just don't like them because they look like the German roach. I don't know.
Lobster roaches can climb.
Yes, lobsters can climb too. But hissers climb. See, the climbing doesn't bother me, but the hissers, the adults don't tend to climb the sides. It's always the babies.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't bother as much. I just have them in them sealed, like them airtight sealed ones, and I put screen on the side. So the climbing doesn't bother me as much because I'm not going to feed off hissers because they're worth more money. I'm not going to feed them off.
No.
But I was like, I don't know if I want to do lobsters because I don't know if with dubias and lobsters, it just, I don't know. But I thought about red runners because they're, cricket replacement, like the red goblins. And I'm breeding red goblins. I have thousands, but they don't multiply like I thought they would.
Now, you see, Leo, that's a question I asked a guy who has red runners. It's all he feeds his crested geckos is red runners, so he's got bins and bins of them. He said people always say that red runners, if they get out, would infest your home, but he says they can't because they die off because they need a different temperature than what we have here in the United States.
I'm gonna
look. Not survive.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into it because I do know I'm thinking about doing Discoid roaches or whatever the ones legal in Florida.
Yeah, they're sort of like a right.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing those so I can ship to Florida and the other states that can't have dubias. Mm-hmm. And I talked to Jillian the other day, and she has them. She goes, Gary, I'll send you a few thousand. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, well, how do you set them up? And she says, just like dubias, but warmer, and they don't climb. I'm like, what? I was like, wait a second, why aren't they popular then? And they multiply faster.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Now the discoids, right? How many states can't have red dubias?
I know Florida, Hawaii. There's like 4. But Florida's the big one I want to be able to ship to because I have friends that were like, they've literally asked me to do discoids because they're legal there. And I was like, and everyone's like, if you get something get out, it's not going to survive the Wisconsin winter.
No.
And I'm like, good point. But I was thinking lobsters because they have a softer shell. They have a softer shell. But I don't like that climbing thing for the smaller. But the lobsters do get nice size. They get like an inch and a half.
Yeah, but they would infest your house if they got out. You're not doing it in your house, but wherever you're going, they could infest really bad if they got out.
So I'm doing really, really close, like bottled up. Like, what am I going to do? Because if people want to know, it's going to take about another 4 months for me to start selling on a very large scale. I've let some out, but I'm keeping this brood or whatever you want to call it, this hatch time, I birth time, or whatever you want to call it, back. So I'll have in 4 months, I'll have close to 25 to 30,000 adult Dubia roaches breeding.
Yeah.
And then after that, once it gets going, I'll have more dubias after the cycle because they'll keep every 2 months.
He just started. It'll take off on you, right? And then you'll
so dubias breed every 2 months. Everyone thinks they breed every month. They breed they give birth every 2 months.
Oh, see, now I didn't know that either.
So it's
I always assumed it was every month.
They can go to 40, 45 days. But then you got to really feed them up and stuff. But the work of it, because I break down everything. You get out of a female, you'll get about 9 births. So if you miss a cycle, they get about 9 cycles before they die.
Oh.
So if you miss one, they get 8 and blah, 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 and so forth, so forth. And then you want to leave the smalls. You don't want to take smalls out of there, the babies, until they're sold because they actually live on the frass. And if you take them out and they don't have frass, they don't do well. They'll start dying off for no reason.
See, now I didn't know that either. See, you've done a lot of research.
Oh, I've talked to some of the largest breeders of them. There are. I went to the small breeders because I really, really feel that the small breeders find out things the big breeders don't. Because once you get up to a certain size, you don't care. As long as you're producing your millions, you don't care.
Yeah.
But a small breeder is counting on them numbers. So I said, what are you doing? I talked to this one kid and he's producing like 200,000 a month. And the babies do eat frass. Yes, the babies eat the frass and it's for their immune system. And here's something else that's scientifically proven, that roaches, the reason that when we load them up with protein and they get fed off to like a lizard and they start getting gout is roaches can convert, no joke, they have something in their body that converts the fruits and vegetables into protein.
Holy crap.
They don't even need protein.
No. That's
the dubias. Now, there are other species that require more protein.
Well, I could just imagine.
But, so in my chow, I have actually, I can't say that, it's dead set because it's only been about 7 months I've been using it. But I have a food where it's only about 8% protein.
Yeah.
Roach milk.
That's talking about the smaller breeders and stuff like that. Like with my isopods.
Yep.
I've done a lot of research and seen what they do best on, and I made my own little food type of stuff. And since I've switched it over to that, and I still give them their vegetables and all that stuff too, but since I switched over to the main chow thing, I've noticed every time I open a bin, I see 10, 15, 20 of them breeding. And that's crazy. I've never seen that before. And it's because of everything I put in. I know it is. It's like an aphrodisiac or something. These guys are crazy, man.
It's insane. It's same thing with roaches. If you feed them certain foods, they breed more.
Gecko Galaxy, hey, what's up?
So what I did is the secret. A lot of people ask what my secret in my roach food is bee pollen. I started using bee pollen, and I've been researching where to get my bee pollen and the best pure bee pollen I get. I don't buy rabbit food off the counter. I found a rabbit manufacturer that gives me the food, and I tell them what I want. And they actually have different level proteins in rabbit food. I didn't know this. I had no clue until I started doing all this stuff. And oranges, it's funny as can be. I got video, and I got to get it up because I'm trying to do like a roach building of always roach colonies. That if I put apples and oranges in there, they go after the apples first now. If I put anything else with the oranges, they go after the other stuff. They'll only eat oranges if that's all I put in there.
Well, I've noticed that too with the ones I had when I'd put oranges in there. The oranges, some of them, like if I put a slice of orange in there and put other food in there, they would eat all the other food first. And then you check it in a day or so, and then the orange sometimes didn't even get touched.
Dubia roaches naturally don't like citrus.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Found this out. I found it out.
Wow.
Now oranges are one of the offsuit ones. Because if you put a lemon in there, they don't. I've tested it. They won't eat lemon. They won't even touch it. Blood oranges, they won't even touch it. I put blood oranges in there, and they didn't even. They were like, no, not happening. But I don't know if a blood orange is a cross between something else. I don't know. But they look like they're real red inside instead of like.
Yeah, I
orange.
know what a blood orange is, but I don't know if it's a cross. I don't know, but I know that they. When I put a whole bunch of other food in there and put an orange slice in there thinking it was going to make them reproduce better, they sometimes avoided the orange completely. It's kind of strange. And everybody says oranges, but I don't know. Matt from Area 51 Morphs is in here. How are you doing?
Sweet. Am I missing some people in chat? I'm seeing. Oh, there he is. There he is. Popped up. Hey, guys. If you put blood tangerine, you actually lose roach numbers. Yeah. I did. Everyone knows I made the move. I did actually pair geckos at the new place finally.
Congratulations.
M7 was paired with a group that he made some really cool animals with last season. And then I went after something that is kind of like me and Impeccable Gecko. Impeccable Gecko let me in on that project because he knew I was going for it. The Patty Bell. I paired up the snow pair that I got off him. I have like 4 males from him, I think. And then the white and yellow pure I put to a bold pure because I have a bold animal that has no hets. She's been tested for 7 years now, 6 years. So she's not het for anything. So I'm going to try to get bold in the white and yellow. And I got to test that male this year. So none of them animals from that bold project is going to be for sale. Just letting everyone know they're all going to be held back.
I've been putting stuff together too, thinking, barometric pressure.
Oh, yeah.
I just had that big storm. I'm thinking, well, I'll just throw these couple males in with these few females and see what happens. Well, they were breeding, of course, because like some of my stuff I produced last year is up to size already. They're like 50 grams and they're starting to ovulate. So, not that they wouldn't anyway, but I figure it would help. 30 inches of snow pressure coming, it should help.
That should help. Do you know, Josh, I don't want to mention names because I don't do this, but I had someone contact me and they had a bunch of babies die. And, you know me, I got to help. I don't care who they are. I try to help them out. But this person noticed that I use the smaller containers to hatch my geckos. And they asked me if I put holes in my containers. And it was really weird because I had someone else ask me if I put holes in the containers too. Like, maybe a week before that, or maybe 5 days before that. And I was like, I haven't put holes in my containers for 15 years.
Do you know why somebody asked you that?
Okay.
No,
What?
Because in ball python eggs, it's almost a good idea to put a hole in there because they get so big, they really take the oxygen out.
Mm-hmm.
And you put a hole in the side of the container, so at least there's a little bit of airflow in there.
Yeah. See, well, I told him I had never done it, and he goes, "Well, how many animals do you lose?" And this person, said he was getting stillborns. Like they were being hatched and they were dying, or they were halfway out of the egg, or the egg had a fully developed animal inside of it. And I was like, I don't think it's the holes. I don't think, but it's not going to hurt putting holes in it, if that makes sense. I said, just make sure it doesn't dry out, because drying out will kill an egg too, and too wet will kill an egg. Yep. I felt bad because he asked what my ratio of water to vermiculite is. And I'm like, dude, I have no clue. I literally, guys, I have a big bin of vermiculite and I just dump water in until I get the feel I don't know.
I do the snowball effect. If I can squeeze it together and no excess water comes out of it, and I can let go of it and it stays in the form of a snowball, perfect.
Yeah,
and I always put peat moss, not peat moss, but sphagnum moss in there. So if I have to wet it, I wet the sphagnum moss, and it just puts just enough moisture in it. I don't think I've lost any eggs.
Leopard gecko eggs are usually hardy, but the point was that a lot of people are having some weird seasons, and maybe I'm not seeing it as much because I haven't bred as much. I actually shut down production of Orner exotics. I probably had 200 females ovulate that I didn't breed. I was like, I just couldn't do it with the move. I couldn't do it. Mm-hmm. So, and then he asked how many stillborns, and I'm like, dude, I probably can count on one hand. I mean, I had deformed geckos out.
I've had one, and it wasn't even this year. This was over the years one. Now it makes you wonder if these people are getting all their like game of Morse here, Josh. Where they're getting their geckos from, that could be an issue. Maybe the person that they're getting them from is having issues with theirs, and they're just selling them off, and the babies that they can get that survive have a genetic flaw of some sort.
I don't care who it is. I want to help. I mean, I don't want to see animals just die for no reason. No. So I helped out as much as I could, and or went from there. But I haven't put holes in my containers. All them little containers, I was like, proof's in the pudding. I mean, how many little geckos do I have in them little containers? And there's no holes in them ever. Yeah. When I put them in deli cups, I've never put holes in them ever.
I don't either. And I use regular 8-ounce deli cups when I do it. Python, hey.
What's up, dude? I went to them small ones because it gave me where I could put more in the incubator. Seriously, that's why I went. When I was doing other containers, there was so much wasted area. I was like, well, let's test it out. And I think I did like 50, 60 eggs that way. And then they all hatched. I was like, oh, and I moved them little containers. I literally went to Dollar Tree. That's where I bought them. Dollar Tree, and ordered like 7 boxes of them. And there's like 1,000 in each box. And I found them the other day. I posted in a group chat that I'm in. I was like, hey, when you're moving and you see these thousands of containers that you bought and you forgot you did.
Well, I'm going to say, Josh, that it's not the breeder you're getting them from, because Gecko Bow is very good. So,
no, John's. It could be, if you notice when people are having trouble, and it's a common thing. Stillborns might have been a thing I missed this year because I haven't bred heavy.
But I have to agree with you. I think that usually when there's a problem, it's a big problem across everybody has the same issues for some reason.
Look at this. Bred 2 animals from you, Tang Tremper to a blood female I hatched, a nice tangerine. The blood makes a difference, I believe. The blood does. You're going to notice with the bloods, though, they'll go through stages. They literally, I know what I did wrong. I messed with my camera. There we go. I messed with this big time. But you'll notice that your blood line will darken up as they go. And they'll hit that 35, and you're going to see, whoa, this is a different animal.
I should get a picture of my crazy male blood tangerine. his colors are just totally different from the day I got him.
I just sent a customer pair. It was like a surprise type thing, and he was ecstatic. I felt so bad. The male is a looker, and it went in the shed. He sent me a picture, and it went in the shed over the shipment. I was like, great. But I sent him a blood tremper, and she's going to be a looker. I give him the rundown. I give him the rundown of what I think and where, just like I did with you. I do that with every customer that gets, and I watch Leo's going to say, what?
When I saw what you posted on Facebook the other day, and you had that little sheet out that was typed out, I'm like, I've gotten those. Them are pretty cool. It tells you everything you need to know.
And look, I have them.
There it is.
And I always give people my personal opinion, what direction I would go with the animals, because that's a lot. The reason I do it is a lot of times I get the person going, well, what would you do with this male, or what would you do with this female? So I just cut that question out and I send it to them. I don't like mailing geckos. I just talked this in a group chat. The onesies and twosies I worry about. When I send 25 to 50 geckos, I don't even worry about it. I'm like, oh, it's a big box. I can't lose a big box, But that's
small boxes.
I get so worried about it. And sometimes them 7x7 boxes have more value in geckos than them big box of 50.
Yeah, because most people who order the 50 of them are buying cheaper ones, and then the smaller ones are usually like expensive animals.
So it's been a struggle. I'm trying to get my shipping down, but
now going off your shipping here now with your new facility, do you have like a shipping station that you're going to be able to have print all your stuff off and do everything right there? Or
I'm going to do it still here. I'm going to do all the printing here, and I'm going to take the labels there, and I'm going to do it there. My hub is halfway between me and that. My building's only 20 minutes away, so I got a hub, a FedEx hub. They know me very well. They, Jillian sends all my feeders there. They'll hold them overnight if I have to. If I can't get there, they'll put them inside, hold them overnight. They do everything for me. So I'm just going to print them here. Then I'll go pick them up at, in Wrightstown and bring them back here and bring them back through and drop them off. And it like I said, it's only like a 10, 15-minute drive from my building to that. And most people are driving hours.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky.
My hub's 2 hours from my house, either direction, any direction.
I can have them pick it up, but I just don't like the geckos. I literally know that I have till 6 o'clock. I'll get there at 5, and I'm not joking. I'll get there at 5, and I'll walk in, and I'll talk to her, and I say, hey, can you keep this on the desk in there until it gets loaded on the truck? She goes, sure thing, Gary. But it's never them that I'm worried about. It's always Memphis.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. You always got to worry about that Memphis run. I dropped geckos off a few years. Not geckos. It was ball pythons actually off a few years back. And the guy emailed me back, said, why'd you drop them off? Because they send the information right over to him. Why'd you drop them off so early in the morning? It was like at noon or something. And I'm like, well, I live 3 hours from the place, and I have to do it when I'm have to be up at that area.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have to charge money to drive all the way up there.
And it's been insane. I shipped to New Jersey from Wisconsin, and I'm in Green Bay, guys. It's $72. I've never spent $72 on a package, and I can't believe it.
What's going on with do you think they're going to get this Memphis stuff figured out?
I don't know. My package only went through Indianapolis this time. It was kind of weird. I was worried because after it hit Indianapolis, I didn't see a scan until it hit New Jersey.
Oh.
I was worried because, I text Joke because it was Joke, the person that won the prize. And I was like, hey, you should have them. I got it. He goes, I can't believe what I just hope. I'm like, as long as they're safe, I am good. He sent me a picture. I'm like, I'm good. And if people don't know, you get us to 1,000 subscribers, I'm giving away some geckos. And if you can go on and ask Joke, I give more. It was a $250 prize, and I gave him a lot more.
Yeah, well, I know.
$250.
I know. I've seen you have your bloods up for sale for $450.
Mm-hmm. So these, and I can't even keep them in stock. I can't keep bloods in stock usually. I priced some outrageous. I bet Leo's remember this. I priced them at $700-800 because I don't want to sell them. And
But
I just
Leo
want
bought him, right?
Yeah, what's that?
But Leo bought him, right?
Leo's bought a few bloods. I give him a deal. But it's kind of like my flex saying, "Hey, look what I have. I have this. This is mine." I'm getting back to shows too. I don't know when I am. It's probably going to be. I mean, I got bags, guys. See, I got bags for. We're gonna bag up that chow. These are going to be the freebies I'm going to send when they buy colonies. When I start selling colonies, I'm going to put this in there and say, "Hey." And I'm thinking about doing something on Udemy. I'm thinking about becoming a teacher on Udemy. Because it's not just the breeding of geckos. I can actually show them how to be profitable breeding animals. And you're not going to make $1 million, guys. No one's going to make. I'm not going to go, you can make $1 million breeding. I can actually show them how to become profitable. I'm scared as hell having a building. Oh, my bills doubled. Everything doubled.
Of course.
So,
that's what happens.
And then, the bills doubled and I shut down breeding. So I don't have geckos to supplement that. It's just happening.
Crazy. Leo said that the expensive bloods have sold, though.
Yes. I have, I want to say Fond du Lac. Someone came up and bought $1,000 in radars, then turned around and bought 2 bloods for $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah, I turned around and it was like, I need your stuff. Boom, and bought it. When they start buying high-end animals too, when you start buying high ends, I'll have lower end animals from them groups, and say, well, this is a blood animal too. It's just not a $500 blood. I'll give it to you $50 and make it worth it so they get their average cost per gecko down. Mm-hmm. I do that a lot too. I do have the green reverse stripe female. She was sold. The person paid for it. And they couldn't take delivery of it for like 3 months. And 3 months later, he goes, "Oh, I'm in a bind. I need money." And I just refunded his money. I kept it. Mm-hmm. I'm not that one person says, "Oh, there's a 25% right." I didn't care about that. I was like, because I kind of wanted to keep it. So it was my sign saying, "Hey, Gary, keep that green reverse stripe."
That was your. Yeah. I mean, my red stripe gave me eggs, so.
I'm telling you, the red stripes are insane, dude. I haven't bred my Bell red stripes for a while, but the bloods push out red stripes and they turn green. They're like an emerine. So I'm breeding. I don't know if I'm going to breed my original male Bell line red stripe or his son from 2019. That's the last time I bred red stripes, 2019. Like for Bell stuff. I bred that Tremper stuff a while. But the reason I stopped breeding the Bell is because I was like, I want to keep projects clouded, and then I kind of dropped that one off because I needed space. And now I got space, so I don't care anymore.
That's good.
I need more clouded. I need to produce more.
And then my radar, the one that you call thick stripe.
Mm-hmm.
She was all just ovulating like crazy, so
telling you, dude, it's all about this producing eggs and then keeping the babies back that you want. You should, I mean, this year, if let's say you produce a couple hundred, you keep back 100 females. That's 1,000 animals next time. That people don't understand how quick you grow in leopard geckos.
Oh, absolutely crazy. So,
leopard geckos are fun.
I think they are. Just like I think I made a deal with somebody for some viper geckos too, so they'll be cool.
You're getting vipers?
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be cool as all get out, dude. Mm-hmm. Vipers are fun.
Mm-hmm. I learned something new because I've been doing a lot of research on them. They don't have the pads on their feet like crested geckos do or nothing, but they can still climb the sides.
I was gonna say vipers go, and you breed the peanut beetles, so you'll have the larvae for the babies. Because the babies are they need that small stuff. But yeah, you got. I mean, everything that you've been touching has been breeding and multiplying, dude.
Yeah, I've always told people this. Even when I started with discus fish, everybody's like, "You can't buy discus fish and not use RO water and breed them." I did it just to prove I could do it. Just to say, there you go. What do you got to say about that? Now everybody gets all mad at you for that. What do you?
I mean, total species, you're up there. Total species, you have to be in the 20s with the isopods.
Oh, yeah, it's getting up there. Getting up there.
I mean, shoot, because you got the panda ones that I got to, I don't want to tell the vendor I got a really good deal on it. She does sell, and people will know who she is. But I got Panda Kings.
Yep, very cool. That's cool. Yeah, they just got our state on dogs, so you can get on the highway now and drive around.
45 feet of snow at your place.
Oh, it's
crazy.
April, absolutely insane. My car's still buried completely. I could just see the window sticking out.
I'd take a blowtorch out there.
That's what I said. I forget what somebody said, how to get rid of the snow. I'm like, yeah, give me a roofing torch. We'll go out there and just melt it all away. But yeah, I got gargoyle geckos. I got more coming.
Gargies.
Them are going to be exciting to work with.
Gargies are fun, except I can't breed them. But they're fun.
I think you'll get it.
I think I'm going to get it because I got to pair them up. I probably got ovulations.
We see, here's the deal. New facility, new surroundings. They're going to love it.
I don't know what I did with it. It might be in my pocket. I actually have, no, that's money. I actually have it written down somewhere, like the square footage of each wall. And I'm going to build shelving for enclosures, everything for them walls. And I got a lot of offers for animals that I got a ball python offered, some type of skink, Eastern box turtle. I'm going to go with the Eastern box turtle.
Because of the post you put up looking for educational stuff? Yeah.
That I feel bad because Paige is amazing, and I want to get her Savannah, but I got a Nile already. And to have a Savannah, have two big monitors. I know this sounds bad. I kind of want that space for another animal. And the animal I want is I'm building an enclosure for a caiman lizard again. I'm going to go after that again.
I knew it. I knew it. I said to myself, he's definitely going to go for that.
Yep. I'm going to get my caiman lizard. We're working on getting the Aldabra still, a marmoset. What else was it? I'm going to try to get a matamata too. But the matamata is probably going to go in the basement. So.
There's more than one species of matamata. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I want a matamata, but the water turtles, I mean, it's going to get big. So I got to think of an enclosure. My wife does want to get an alligator caiman because how many we deal with. So I was thinking to caiman and have like a 2-year plan to get out of that building or get another building at that time and then move the zoo if it's successful. And because I'm not charging for people to come in.
No, it's going to be successful because you're good at what you do.
I'm hoping that when people come in, they see the footprints and they buy stuff like that, and we can make a few bucks there. The educational shows, once we start doing shows again, like school shows and stuff, schools, we'll make some money, and I'll get back to the reptile expos and sell geckos.
Well,
everyone's going to be pissed.
Here, after the show, I'll talk to you because might have a couple animals for you for. Educational reasons.
Sweet. I like educational stuff. I'm thinking about getting an elephant.
Yeah, some zoos do that with the elephants, have them do the painted footprint and sell it.
Well, that's what I was thinking. We got Mimsy. And Mimsy's kind of famous, kind of. So if we get her to do
20,000 views on one video, it's kind of famous.
So we're going to do the footprint, and I was like, we can sell them for $10 to $15, and we can have like 20 of them ready. And when we have an outing. What's really cool is the city does every Tuesday or once a month on Tuesdays, they have a live band at the end of because our corner, it's like a crossroad. And then there's a road that goes down here into a river and it has a round thing that you can turn around at. and they have a band there. So I'm in the entrance. To get there, you have to walk by my building.
That's cool.
So I'm hoping to open it up, and then people say, "Whoa, there's a mini zoo here." Yeah, come on in for free. And we got shirts, and I want to get stuffed animals for like what we carry, like a Mimsy stuffed animal, and maybe like different stuffed animals of what we carry, and make a few bucks that way. But I don't want a wow factor where it's bad. I want it to be all natural and be good. I don't want to be like, oh, my 20-foot python bit me in the arm. I don't want to do that.
No.
I want to do everything positive. When I do the YouTube videos, it's going to be something like, Mimsy meets a 5-year-old girl and becomes best friends. Stuff like that. I know it's cheesy, but it's going to put us in a better light.
It works. We need to, as a group, don't tear people down in the reptile community at all, no matter what they do. If they're doing something wrong, contact them aside. If they still don't want to listen, oh well, just block them on your social media. That's all.
Do you know how much? That's so awesome.
there was somebody did something, and people didn't like it, and they did a video about what they did that they didn't like. Well, I said, well, now you're bringing attention to it, and this person had like 300,000 subscribers, and the other person didn't, and I'm like, well, now you just made 300,000 people find this person, which is going to increase their views, which is going to increase their subscribers, because there's going to be people that are going to subscribe to that person. Sure enough, people started subscribing to him. His views went up, all kinds of stuff, all because of that. And you're not hurting them any. You're hurting yourself.
I had a problem with it. You know that. I had that one show. I think it's still up for like 4 hours, wasn't it? But I just stopped watching the person's stuff. I just said, I'm done.
That's it. That's all you can do.
I'm done. And people send me the links, and I'm just like, I'm not interested.
I watched one video after that, which was very disturbing, and I contacted you, and you said, don't watch that stuff.
I don't watch it. Someone asked me, I'm like, what? I have no clue. I don't watch it.
That's the way you got to be with it. I'm serious, because you just can't give them the view time. That's all.
Yeah, and I just continue doing what I do, and I don't know. It is what it is. I'll just keep doing what I do and making it good over here. Like, I wish I could have done Friday shows, these shows the last 2 weeks, and with the move, I mean, I don't even remember, guys. Like, when I moved, it was on a Tuesday, and I think you contact me like, dude, is it Friday? I was like, whoa. No. I was like, whoa.
and then when I did contact you, I was like, wow, I haven't heard from you in a couple of days. You're like, dude, you have no idea. I'm like, I understand, man.
I loaded up a 16-foot box truck twice and unloaded it in one day by myself. Yeah, but everyone, I did have a lot of people offer to help. So it wasn't that. I had a lot of people offer to help, but I know me, and if they would have done something that I didn't like, I would have yelled because it's my animals. So I just said, I need to do it myself. I just need to get them moved and put them where I want and get it done. Because I'm real picky when it comes to my geckos. And I hope people can see that when they see my geckos in person. They're like, whoa, I can tell you like everything about every gecko. I don't want to be so big that I'm like, oh, I don't know. My worker did that. I don't want to do that.
But so, even if I did get big enough to where I needed people to work for me, I would still know what was going on.
Yeah. If I hire people, because Owner Exotics is able to hire people, I made sure that when we moved, I did all the paperwork. They'll do the zoo side. No one's going to touch my geckos. If they do, it's my daughter, my wife. My daughter, 100%. My daughter will be whatever she wants to do. She was in my gecko room the other day. That's totally fine. I'll teach her my way. My wife can do it. My grandkids can do it when they're ready. But anyone hiring, they're going to be like, oh, I want to go to gecko. Nope, you get to clean that cage. You get to take care of Mimsy if you want. Good luck taking care of Mimsy. She charges.
Yeah. That's totally understandable, though. That's the way it is.
And someone messaged me and says, do I want to be Brian Barczyk? Nope, I want to be Owner Exotics. Yeah. That's what I told them. I was like, nothing. I just want to be Owner Exotics.
That's it.
It's real important to me to, I'm part of, I haven't been part of, I'm still part of the board of Masonary Herp Society, but they know I've been going through a lot, so they haven't required a lot out of me. But I want to make them proud. The Bill, the president, is an amazing. The director now is amazing, and my whole team is amazing. So I just want to make them proud and do Wisconsin proud. And so when they do it, they show, no one can go, well, look at Gary's crap. That's what they do with some other people. I don't want that. You're not seeing 20-foot snakes bite people on my channel. You're just not doing it.
Nope.
You might see alligators, though.
That would be cool.
Well, my friends Bill and Sarah have alligators. So I can borrow them for some, shows and stuff. Yeah.
That's cool.
And I want to show people, hey, you want a baby alligator? Look at this thing. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, see, you got to think twice before you buy one. I not saying anything bad about Brian or anything like that, but he's got them alligators in there, and then and he's got the capability of doing it, but it makes a lot of people think they can do it and they can't. They don't understand.
That's what I want to do. I want to show people, look what it takes to do these animals. These animals you can keep in these aquariums or these cages, but look at Mimsy. Mimsy's going to be 150-pound tortoise, and you buy them this big.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Mimsy's a rescue. That's kind of why I want rescues too. I want to show people saying this was a rescued animal. Someone bought it not thinking it was going to be this. So I just got to say, my buddy Tim Cole has a Doom Rules. I got to get in touch with him today yet. I got to text him or call him. He's got a Doom Rule, so I'm going to see if what he wants for it. That get a Doom Rule is going to be amazing. Them are amazing boas. Yes. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about that one. Eastern box turtle is going to be really cool too. So I'm going to try to become. I don't know if I can become an accredited zoo, but I'm going to try my best to be that. That's my goal. That would be cool. I'm giving myself 5 years to go to the next step. So everyone just give me money.
You'll make it. You'll make it. You'll make it.
If you guys want to donate to me right now, go donate to US Art. Go buy someone a US Art membership. I don't care if they're in with reptiles. If you got a $40 and you want to give it to US Art, join your mom up, join your dad up, join your sister up, join your kid up, somebody. Make another member.
Just so, because the members are important. More members are better than donating money. Yep. Not that donating money doesn't help them, but more members is definitely more important. If they go to front of the Senate, let's say again, and say we represent 5 million people, that's better than saying we have $5 million because they're thinking votes. That's
what I'm thinking.
Votes. They
so
with votes.
They still get the money when you sign someone up. They just get another member. So sign them up for that $40 membership or the $50, whatever. Sign them up for whatever you want. Just you got money, instead of donating it to US Art, sign up somebody to US Art. Mm-hmm. I think that's going to be a lot more important. They're going to get the money still. Reach out to your family and say, this is a cause. Can I sign you up? It's not going to cost you nothing. I'm going to pay for it, and sign them up. That's another way to build numbers.
That's the way to do it.
I don't know who I was talking to. That's not my idea. That was someone else's idea, and I forget who it was I was talking to in a chat. Because he goes, is this morally right? And I'm like, as long as the person knows you're signing them up, don't worry about it. Sign them up. So, yeah, we gotta get members. We gotta get members, and then I might. Oh, well, my wife let it out because she told Brittany. I will be at the Scaled Up Expo on Easter. I won't be vending, but I will. My face will be there.
Well, that'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do something about it. What did we just change? I saw something blinked on the screen. I don't know. But I'll be doing a video. Oh, look at, he's home. There it is. He's home. Yeah, so I'll be at the Scaled Up Expo in Green Bay. We talked to Dylan. Dylan and Brittany run the Scaled Up Expos, and my wife talks to Brittany. And I was like, yeah, why don't we try to go? She got all excited and told Brittany, and I wanted to surprise them.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to walk in and surprise them. I was going to pay to get in too. I just want to pay to support them. And just I got to have it in my blood again. I got to get back. I have an expo coming up next weekend, but only have like 4 geckos for sale. See, that's my problem is I don't have enough geckos to actually. I won't be at Sewerfest, but my boy Miles will be in my place. So Impeccable will be in my spot.
That's good.
And Evan. My boy Evan's going too. So Evan of Decked Out Geckos and Miles of Impeccable Geckos will have both my tables at Sewerfest. So I'm a happy camper.
At least you're not giving it up then, right?
Yeah, no. When I talked to Shane, I talked to Shane. I was trying so hard to make it. He says you're not losing your spot. We wouldn't even think about it. And he goes, "That's awesome. You filled them up." And then we went from there. Shane's an amazing promoter. I mean, just can't say enough about him. It's really cool having some of my best friends run scaled up expos. Then I got Mickey, which Mickey and Tamara run awesome expos. And then we have Sewerfest, which is one of the largest and longest going reptile expos in America now. So, I mean, it's 20 plus years. I know there's older ones. There's Columbus and there's Mars and there's Hamburg, but it's one of the oldest. It's the oldest in Wisconsin. So
that's good that it's still going then.
Oh, I love the expos. I'm excited to be able to go Easter.
Do you think the expos are on a rise or a decline, or are they staying about the same?
I think it's on a rise. I do. I think expos are on a rise because we went through that Deadpool time. I call it Deadpool, kind of funny. But the traffic went down, but it was all hardcore, so we made a lot of money. So if you took good stuff, you were making money at the shows the last 2 years. And that's what hurt me is I was wholesaling and I was selling 100 geckos at a show. And I was like, what is going on here? What is going on? But it was just the hardcores coming out. Now we're starting to see the non-hardcores coming out again because COVID's lifting up a little bit. Well, I don't know what it's doing. But you're starting to see the normalcy again. So the vendors are like, gosh, dang it, look at all these people. Well, they're not all hardcore bringing $10,000 to buy leopard geckos or buy ball pythons, you know. You're starting to get the kids again that's going to buy their first pet or a family coming in just to look at stuff. And I think that's where some of us vendors that have been doing it a while learned you build relationships and then people come back 2 or 3 shows later and you get that rotation. So I think reptile expos are still the way to go, especially with shipping costs going up. Shipping costs is insane. I mean, $72 to ship to Jersey.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I believe Evan told me it was like $89 to ship to Cali.
I wonder how much it's going to be shipped to me.
To you, it's probably going to be like maybe 68, probably, because I was shipping to you. My first package, it was like 40-something bucks.
And that was huge, though. That was a big package.
And I was like, what the hell? I was actually mad about that. So Debbie just had her Facebook and stuff like cracked into or something happened to it. So I haven't really talked to her about it and see if the prices are going to, flex back down because she does have some inside information running Reptiles to You. That's the only place I use. And that's what worries me is shipping because roaches shipping, usually you can keep it under £1, which is awesome. But let's say you buy 2 pounds, the shipping goes up to $10.
Yeah, but can't you ship roaches through the mail?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is USPS, you do a flat rate box and you do 1,000 adults. I mean, that's $12-15.
Yeah, I suppose.
When I ordered, people don't know, I bought off of AMB Dragons. Oh, now I feel bad. I bought 1,000 freshly molted adult Dubia Roaches and 200 or 400. I forget how many males. The box was huge. And they gave me free shipping. I actually asked them if that was okay. I was like, you gave me free shipping. This is going to cost a lot of money. They go, that's the way we do things here. I'm like, all right. I am not joking. Usually when you get shipped roaches, you're looking for 10% loss. I still have not lost 10% of them roaches.
See? Isn't that amazing?
good quality. I'll buy from them again. They know what I'm doing. They know that I'm adding thousands upon thousands. And any good roach breeder knows you got to get new blood in. So I'll be buying males off them. I'll be females off other people and just keep rotating in and building my colony up. So then each colony will kind of have like their bloodline, and I can start mixing it in myself. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about the Dubia Roaches more than anything else right now, other than certain gecko projects.
Well, it's always fun when you start projects and stuff like that.
We're going to be doing the chow, and you're going to be doing some chow. You're going to be selling chow.
Hopefully, at some point, I will be.
No, there's no hopefully. We're going to get you some bags. Everyone listening that does isopods is going to buy some chow off you and try it out. I mean, you can sell it in 4-ounce bags.
I know it. Well, when I did it, I'm telling you, since I started, like I said, they are completely. My colonies are just exploding. You
found what it is. You found their blue pill.
Their blue pill.
I'm telling you, man. I honestly think that you have taken off. I mean, you're doing isopods on a level that. I mean, it's only been what, a year and a half.
About a year and a half, yeah.
Your isopod colonies are exploding.
Not even a year.
Yeah,
I got them last year, June-ish, July or something.
Is there any that you could culture off some and sell them?
Oh yeah, no, I bet you my Panda Kings. I bet you there's 200, 300 in the bin.
Aren't them worth like $75 for like 5?
Yep, $75 for 5. And then the everything else, my there's a whole bunch of them though. Like if you went on my Instagram, you would see me flip over some of my boards.
Yes, I see it. TikTok too. You do your TikToks.
Mm-hmm. Trying to get to 1,000 on TikTok.
I need to start working on your website. We need to get a website up for you. Yes. We need to do it. You need to sell your chow. You need to sell anything you can culture out and sell to people. Mm-hmm. And I mean, your stuff is amazing looking. You know that. I mean, your isopods are awesome. You're hatching some amazing baby crested geckos that are fire red already.
Yeah, and then there's pinstripe on top of it all. I was like, holy cow. I was just happy to see that.
You're producing some amazing animals. It's time to get out there. I wish there was more expos out near you.
Yeah, there's only one in October.
That's so far away.
I
know. That's the only thing something funny. You guys know I work for Verizon, mm-hmm. and my company bought out another company. I should be able to say it all now since it's all done, but we bought out another company. We doubled in size, so we are now officially the largest retailer of Verizon in the world. We're bigger than Verizon retail, like the Verizon. They don't have as many.
My daughter-in-law worked for.
Yes, Victor bought out Go Wireless. So I want to move to Utah. Well, Victra's only in Salt Lake City before this buy. Now they have Southern Utah where I want to be. And there is an SMB manager spot, which is small business manager for a district. I had to turn it down. I had to.
Is that because of what you're doing?
Yeah, everything else going on. I have to turn it down. It's a very high end paying job. Like literally I could stop doing animals and live a really good life. I wouldn't do that though. But I was like, oh, come on, seriously.
It doesn't mean that the opportunities won't come around again.
Yeah. So I'm just going to keep doing it. I am taking over a second store. So I'll have 2 stores. But basically the head up guy doesn't like dual store managers. He feels that it stretches us too thin. So I'm going to fix the store. So it's kind of funny. I'm going to go fix the store and run my store and then hand it over fixed to somebody else.
Yep.
Which is fine.
As I say, that's not bad.
I'll prove that I could do that, and we'll see what happens. I'm not even scared. I was like, I'll fix that store in 90 days. He goes, what? I'm like, 90 days. Give me 90 days. And he goes, okay, done. And I was like, cool. But my goal is just to work with animals. I want to I really, really want to work with animals. Just for the rest of my life, be done.
I was going to ask, did you ever get the commercial that?
Oh, that's right. With all the stuff going on, I can look when we're talking.
I was just wondering if you got that or not.
They probably sent it to me. I haven't looked at my email. What is this? Yeah, here it is. Let me see. I'm in my email. Tuesday. Show me show. Good and bad news about COVID, I guess. Business is now official. I changed Orner Exotics to an LLC.
Okay.
Instead of what it was, a sole proprietor. Now I'm an LLC. Nope, I don't have it. I'm gonna have to talk to them to make sure they get it to me. I seen their commercial though.
I've seen it though. It's pretty cool.
No, I like their commercial. Mm-hmm. Flawless are amazing people. I really, really like them.
Yeah, they're great people. Great people. I enjoyed that. That's one of our better shows we've done. Did you see the numbers on it?
Yes, I did. I'm seeing they might have sent it to me still. But the numbers, it's amazing because Flawless is awesome. I hope they blow up so big.
If I ever get a hat, I'll be wearing it on here.
Yep, if I get my hat, I'm wearing it. It's Flawless. They're good, wholesome people. They're just
down to earth, nice, outgoing people.
I can't say enough about them, and maybe I'll get some high-end crested geckos off them because they have some high-end crested geckos.
Oh, they're up there. They got some really smoking stuff.
I was looking at their Instagram. I was like, wow. I didn't even know they came in that color.
Yeah, no, they got some stuff that's definitely eye-catching for sure.
So that's fun. So when are you going to start selling isopods?
Well, when I get my site up.
I was going to say, when I turn gray, and I'm already turning gray, see?
Yeah. So
yeah, I just let her go. I don't even care. I'm turning gray on the side. I got gray hairs on the side. I don't even care. I got to shave my head. You can see I'm going bald.
This is usually gone, but right now it's my little line's going back a little bit there.
Yeah, if anyone wants to donate me a Chinese alligator, I'll take one of those.
Yeah, I like how you did that.
I'll take a Chinese alligator in a heartbeat. I'll find room.
Yeah.
I got to build the Nile a bigger cage. That's one of the things that's on the list. I want to build it a bigger cage. I got a list of people that want to come over. I just found someone that he was disappointed I wasn't going to be at the show, the Ven. But they found out they're only 10 minutes away from my shop.
Yeah.
So they got excited about that.
That's cool. If I live close, I'd be there helping you.
Yeah, right now it's pretty good.
Huh? No, I don't think there's one out there.
Yeah, right now it's pretty good. I did lose one of my racks that are like 30 years old. I gotta fix it.
You were telling me that.
It fell apart. I tried to put it together and it didn't work. So they're all, I call them single tubs. So I heat the room and I heat the racks. So they're at like 85 degrees with, no. That was weird. What's up, dude?
Yeah, well, that's a giant, huge icicle.
That's funny.
No, don't.
Are you, is it winter there?
It's what I call second winter.
There it is. Yeah, I am just like totally dumbfounded about the snow you guys got. I am dumbfounded by it. We got hail the size of peas. I don't know if you see that video. I don't know if I posted it, but we got hail about the size of peas for like 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And Laura's out there like, wow, look at this. And I'm like, yeah, Andrew's got like 40 feet of snow. She goes, what? And I'm like, yeah.
The last record snowfall was like, I forget what they said, 20-something inches or 18-something inches, and that was years and years ago, all in one snowfall. This is 30.5 inches.
I've never seen, and it's April. I mean, you are supposed to be warm right now, aren't you? Like warming up?
I'm warming up. We were on an incline. We were 50, 60 degrees. And I'm like, wow. this is going to be good because I got stuff, like I got something coming from Game of Josh down here, and I'm like, this will be good. We'll get this done, and then bam. It reminded me of the insurance commercial with the old guy with the fishing pole with the dollar. That was Mother Nature holding spring. Got to be a little quicker than that. Got to be a little quicker than that.
I'm telling you, when you sent me the pictures, I was like, oh, that's not that bad. Then I showed it again. I'm like, wait, what? And they showed it again. I'm like, what? I was like, geez. I mean, it wasn't just a little bit. You had drifts tall as a Becky.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. We were sitting here, and I'm looking out the window, and they said the snow was coming, right? And for a couple of hours, it was just like flurries. I'm like, well, that ain't so bad. Maybe it'll skip by. A half hour later, there was a half a foot of snow on the ground. I was like, uh-oh. Then before you know it, it was just do. Didn't stop. Crazy.
I don't like snow, and you guys know. And when I seen that hail, I was like, "That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing." Oh my! Now I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need some more species. I'm gonna actually be adding leopard geckos. People don't know. I'm adding leopard gecko. Oh, I know what I paired up to. I paired up, and I got a breeding during the day, so I took them out. A firebolt was bred to a white and yellow pure too.
Oh, sweet! That'll be cool.
Yeah, I got a firebolt. The firebolt came from Heidi. Mm-hmm. And she was ovulating, and I'm like, oh, geez, why do you got to ovulate? I was getting mad because thing was ovulating, and I'm like, oh, I didn't want to do it today. And so I was like, oh, let's figure out this. And I honestly didn't put the male that I had planned with her. I was going to put M7 to the firebolt, and I was going to make, like try to get that tangerine, but I thought the blood would take over the bold of the firebolt more. So I just put the white and yellow because he's boldish. So, so basically a bunch of males that I got from Miles is breeding right now.
That's always good though. At least you're gonna get something.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some more stuff. I'm gonna shoot to try to get 1,000 the rest of the season. Get like 1,000 total. That's my goal. I don't know if it's gonna happen because when you move your animals, it throws off their cycles. But I do have females that ovulate all year. I got females that ovulate every month. So hopefully nothing got thrown off too much. And because it was only they were loaded to a truck last and then unloaded first. So they only hit the cold. And it was like 45 degrees for like an hour. So I did move them in the back of the truck too. It was going to be a 20-minute drive. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine.
There's Mark.
I know the one girl that I had from last year that I hatched out, she started ovulating. She's really, really good size. I put she's the orange one with the chocolate brown on her.
Yeah.
I put the blood tangerine to her.
That's what I'm talking about, blood. I'm telling you. You got you're pretty cool because you got all 3 albino strains already. Mm-hmm. So you can just start sprinkling in females if you want to get other stuff in there. The only thing I say is that blood, don't inject orange. They inject orange.
The only problem I'm having is the bell stuff, man. They just don't seem to be, they breed. She ovulates, she breeds, but I never get no eggs from her, so I don't have any bells going. What? Do I got any bells going? No, I didn't breed any bells. When I went there, I think I have like 2 females that were starting to show the pink. I'm like, I'll be there in the next couple of days. I'll figure out what male to put with it. The radar stuff, nothing. I don't know what's going on with her.
So we just need to send you some more females or whatever. I'll send you some more females. Maybe it's the male. Maybe I'll send you a new male.
I put them to 2 females. Both females ovulated. And even last year, the one I had last year, nothing.
Yeah. Well, we need to get you white and yellow bell anyway. I'll be producing white and yellow het bell because I'm going to take that white and yellow. And I know that if I'll give it to you so you can grow it up for next year. I'll have it proven out, that male proven out. So if it does prove out to be het tremper, which it shouldn't, because the person I got it from said no, we're just double checking. Then you can breed it next year. I'll just send it to you. I'll send you a white and yellow that's het bell, because I'm breeding this male to the bold, to the fire bold, which is het tremper. Then I'm breeding him to 4 raptors and 4 radars. So I'll be able to. It's not going to be het rainwater, but I'll be breeding. I'll probably throw a rainwater or 2 at him too.
Then the male's big. He breeds like crazy. You know, he's a couple years old. He's like 90 grams, but he breeds everything but nothing. So I think, like you said, I think it's him. I think
we'll have to put you a new male. I can send you a new male. Send you a radar. Send you white and yellow. Maybe I could. I did pair up a bell. I paired up a gem radar to a bell het radar, so I could produce a male out of that and get you a gem radar if I hit one. I don't need another one. I need to breed some males and get you a gem radar.
Yeah, Mark, we were just talking about that. It's exciting for him at the moment.
Yeah, it's getting there. I got video. It's just been real hectic still. It's starting to calm down. The videos are, as you guys see, I'm posting more pictures because it's calming. Like I'll tell you guys, I have this computer rig right here and I game. Well, the geckos are down in the basement with what they used to be. So I'd be doing geckos. If I got a little bit hot, I'm like, I want to go cool down, sit at the computer. An hour later, I get back up. I don't do that anymore. I'm there, I get it done, and I'm good to go. So it's taken me like half the time to do what I used to do. And Jillian's getting involved. My daughter, she's getting involved. She wants to start doing stuff. So she's 11. I think we can put her into something and say, this is your rack. You can take care of it. Stuff like that.
I'll tell you, with my isopods, Becky's actually, she's always calling them bugs or whatever.
Yeah.
But now she jokes around. She's like, yeah, you're bugs. But she goes, I'll help you with those. She really likes them.
You got magic potions. You have the pandas. I'm going to send you some duckies. I'll split my duckies with you. I'll just split them up. I don't care.
Pandas, duckies, milkbacks, cows, dairy cows, I guess. I got some Armadillium Espanols, marbleized. I got what is it? Pacers, I think that's what they're called. The Armadillium Pacers. I got T-positive albinos. I got magic potions. I think I said magic potions. I got Hoffman Sagais. I got some granulatums. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on.
I want them tricolor ones.
Which one's the tricolors?
I don't know. I've seen this one. It's red, black, and blue.
How much do you think they are?
I have no clue. No one's ever posted a price.
It's like $1,000 for like 5 of them.
Okay, I'm never gonna get those. I'm not gonna spend $1,000.
I know exactly which ones you're talking. They're like red and yellow and.
Yeah, I'm not buying those.
I was like, what the heck? I got
$1,000 ain't happening. Because I got the Panda Kings, and I opened up. I think she put more than the 15 too.
I'm sure they do. I know when I saw them, I'll make sure there's extra in there.
And they're duckies. They're just like duckies, right? They're the same species. Same
species as the Cubera species.
So I'm gonna put lime in them, a little bit of lime in their soil and stuff like that. She said I could keep them in this cup that she sent it in for a while if I wanted to, a couple weeks to a month if I wanted to.
Yeah,
I was like, whatever.
I find this is another thing I've learned with like the Cubera species. I've kept them in smaller containers until they explode. Then I can upgrade them into a larger container. Because they're smaller. Sometimes people will panic. I'm not producing any, but yeah.
I'm on a screen kick right now. I got a bunch of different size hole saws, so I'm just drilling holes and hot gluing screen now. That's what I've been doing
too.
It don't look pretty, but I don't care. As long as my animals go good. I got my dairies. My dairy cows are going good. I got powder blues, powder oranges, and then these Panda Kings. And what else do I got?
Oh, I got those too. I got powder blues, powder oranges, the whiteouts. I got
The white ones, the little dwarf whites, are they called?
Yep,
Yeah, I got those.
yep.
Yeah.
I got the dwarf whites, but then I got the powder whites too. I think they're called powder. They're the same species as the
them things
orange.
breed like go crazy too.
They're crazy.
And everyone's like, "How much you sell them for?" I'm like, "I don't know. Here, take some." That's what I do. Here you go. I don't know what to sell them. That's gonna change. I don't take stuff to shows because I don't want to step on people's toes. Because there's isopod breeders or isopod chick goes to the shows and stuff like that. And honestly, I just don't. I'm not an isopod breeder. I do it for fun because I like them.
I showed you what the one person here makes. I'm not going to mention their name or their company.
Oh, jeez.
And they've only been doing it for under 3 years.
That shipment, that picture of the shipment, I was just like, because when you told me, I was like, come on. Then you showed me shipment. I'm like, oh, okay. That's legit. Okay. And then the numbers didn't start making sense. I'm like, isopods do bring money. Mm-hmm. And I started comparing it to roaches, and I'm like, well, if I'm making $10,000 to $15,000 a month selling roaches, there's no reason she can't do more than that selling isopods. That's how I can compared it.
She ended up moving to a facility from her basement because she did it in her basement first. Ended up moving to a facility, ended up hiring a bunch of people to work for her, and they put her on the news because she's the fastest growing company in our state.
That's awesome. That there's motivational. I mean, having someone that's being that awesome and making it and doing something she loves to do. Mm-hmm. That's the stories that I like to hear. I mean, that's where I want to be. I mean, there's some people that get jealous over that. That's motivational to me. Saying, hey, you could do this. That's what I'm telling you. You need to sell your isopods. I mean, let's say you could sell 4 cultures out of each one. Mm-hmm. I mean, that you have it, and then you have the chow. I think that you have something there.
I told Becky, I says, we're going to start doing this. I have to get a website up. If I can make enough just to start to pay the car payment, we're doing good.
You're doing exactly what I do. I'm like, I need to sell this to get this done. Then after that, I need to sell more to get this done. And that's what I do. Like right now, I was like, I need to sell enough to pay for the building. Then after that, I'm like, then pay for the electric. And then I need to pay then once I get there, technically it's only thing I gotta pay there is the building, the electric, and gas, which is one bill now. And in Wisconsin it's one bill. And then water. So that's the only thing I gotta pay for in that building that's different than what I paid here. That's how I figured it out. I was like, well, I always had to feed the animals. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I don't put that into the cost because it's an automatic. You have to do it anyway. It's different.
Yeah, because I was like, that's not going to change. So now going to an LLC, I'm trying to keep it better, and I can have employees. So I'm trying to get it done better. The city, I applied for a grant for the city, and they're really supportive. Ricetown's really been supportive. I'm really excited about it. The pizza joint across the street is really supportive. I mean, the city owners, the business owners come over and already talked to me. And the first lady really scared me, and I don't think she's watching this, but if you are, I'm sorry. At first, you scared the hell out of me because she was like, the way she was like, why would you do this? I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And, of course, I was dealing with roaches when she came.
Oh,
so she looked. Then I started explaining it, and then she actually goes, "Is there more people like you?" And the first person I thought of was Mickey Meyer, the one that runs the Show Me shows. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why he's the one that popped in my head. I'm like, yeah, I got this friend named Mickey. He does this, and then I brought up Dylan, and I brought up Bill Stewart. I brought up you. I'm like, there's a lot of us. And then when I started showing her the animals, like the actual, not roaches, she started like loosening up, and she really liked it. And then she wants to bring her granddaughter over. And that was perfect. But she scared me. I'm like, here we go. First person from the city, the businesses, and she's flipping out.
I never ever thought about it, but I never thought of checking with the town to see if they have grants to help you do a business. Just get it really.
Yeah. This one that applied is since. I know this sounds really like bad, but I get it because I'm on Main Street. I'm on the downtown section. I'm the the main building. Like if you go downtown, you cannot miss me. So the landlord says, "Hey, Gary, there's this grant." He goes, "I called the city, and the city wants you to apply for this." And so I talked to the city, and I said, "Well, when I called to ask about the animals," she goes, "Do you know how many people call us to ask about animals? We didn't think you were moving in." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I was moving in." And she goes, "Yeah, apply for it, and we'll get it through, and they're going to give me a grant, and I can use it for anything for my business. I could buy all roaches with it if I wanted to, buy anything I want." So I'm really excited about that, and I'm having a technical difficulty, and I'm really not hearing you. Uh-oh, I hear you. That's weird.
Hold on, let me be talking here. I'm going to check this out.
Yeah, so the grant is going to be cool if it all goes through. I already got our main purchase. I think we're either going to, if we get the grant, we are going to buy a marmoset, or we're going to go to an Aldabra with that money, and go from there.
Let me see. Does that help, Mark? Because I think I might have been lower.
And no, I'm not drinking beer, guys. That's my Pepsi. I'm a Pepsi-holic.
Let's see if that works.
I hear you. That's weird.
There we go. Yeah, no, I was low, but I fixed it. I figured it out.
Cool.
I hope I wasn't low all show.
No, I can adjust that too later, but I could hear you fine, but we'll see.
Mark, let me know if that helps, buddy. I hope it helps.
I wonder if I can maybe get that grant and buy myself like an alligator pit. I want a Chinese alligator. And I'm hoping that someone that watches this that has a way to get Chinese alligator legally just hooks his buddy Gary up.
I know who you're talking about.
Like, hook your buddy Gary up.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, so I lots of stuff going through my head, like business stuff going through my head. I can't change the way I ran Orner Exotics. It's just a new building. That was worrying me. I'm going to keep doing it the same way. But the computer thing there, I'm going to have my label printer there. It's still here. I got to take it there. My Dymo, and I'm going to do that. And for the cages, I'm actually going to force myself to label cages because I used to use, and I went back to it, just Sharpie. And
I put painter's tape on the corner, and then I write on there what's in there. And then I always put a piece of painter's tape on the side of what I breed it to, so every year I could pull that off at the end of the season, put it away somewhere.
You know how to take Sharpie off the
there's two ways. Yeah, there's two ways to take a Sharpie off. If you scribble over it with the Sharpie, it comes right off.
Yeah, the dry erase.
Put a little bit of hand sanitizer on your thumb, and it smears right off too.
Yep. I just use alcohol wipes. I know it's probably not sanitary, but
that's the same thing, I guess, as hand sanitizer.
Yeah. So now I'm going to put painter's tape on it, and it's red, like the gecko, the gecko's shirt, and then I'm going to put the labels on over it.
Go over to YouTube and put this in and tell us if it sounds better, because I just listened to it on YouTube just a second ago and I could hear myself good.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm hoping these panic canes take off. So I got them in today.
You know what? I'll send you some food. That's
what I'm talking about. Get some chow here, because my chow. If someone asked me the other day, and I think I told you about it, someone goes, "Oh, is this your chow for isopods?" I'm like, "Hell no." It is. I researched the hell out of Dubia Roaches. I won't say it's even for anything but roaches. I researched it. It's very low protein, very high in other areas. So it is not for isopods. They might eat it, but they won't be good for them. And I don't know if bee pollen is good for isopods. I add bee pollen to my chow.
So do I.
So okay, so it's good for isopods. Okay,
it's good for anything that eats it. Yeah. Bee pollen's good for almost anything.
Well, how I researched it, and that this is going to be, someone might think it's bad, I guess, but I don't. I researched other people's chows, and a lot of people put dried honey in roach chow. And the reason is they get attracted to sweet things, like really attracted. But I'm like, well, honey can be, if it's not pure honey and dried honey, why don't we just do bee pollen? It's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can eat bee pollen.
Yeah.
And it is sweet.
And so I just add 2 scoops to my blender when I do it, 2 to 3 scoops. And I have literally taken the chow dry, and putting it down a little bit with bee pollen without. And I put roach in it, and they go to the one with bee pollen every time without even, it doesn't even happen. The other one doesn't even get looked at. So I was like, there's that. I adjusted it a little bit. I do put some dry vegetables in them now.
Oh, yeah, that works, I suppose.
I like dry banana. I do, but it's hard to find. Banana's expensive. Dry banana that has nothing added to it. It is expensive.
Yeah, organic stuff is expensive.
Oh.
I know that I with mine, there's bee pollen in it and calcium, of course, and everything they really need, because, the Cubaris species seem to like a lot of calcium. Not a lot of calcium, but they need calcium more than...
Yeah. I add calcium to mine, too. The calcium, I'm fine. I can't find Vionate. I'm having trouble. I can't find my 10-pounders anywhere, so I'm hoping it's just a dry spell and it pops back up.
It did this last year, too, didn't it?
Yeah. I got calcium, but I have a little secret place to get my calcium, and I get the good one that everyone used to using. I do use that, but the Vionate I've had trouble, and everyone's like, well, just buy this one from this reptile company. I'm like, stop. I buy in bulk. The little tub. You know how many I had to buy?
Now here's a question for you, because now calcium. You can buy the osteocal calcium, which is the...
Yeah, that's why osteoform, yep.
Osteoform, that's what it is. That's what I get too. But can they eat the food grade calcium that you can buy from a restaurant supplier? That's the powder?
Yes, but you won't have the D3 for your leopard geckos. Because leopard geckos aren't getting UVA and UVB, so you need that D3. So they can...
And osteocal... The osteoform automatically has a 3D in it?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So that's why leopard gecko breeders use it. And it's a big thing. Now, if you give your leopard geckos UVA and UVB, you don't have to worry about it. Because calcium's calcium. It's just that D3 is needed. And it doesn't take much calcium. I take that one thing to a 10-pound thing of Vionate, and I mix it together. That's what I do. It lasts me about a season, and it doesn't take much. I put it in a salt. Oh, I don't have it here because I took it. I had it here because I want to show somebody. It's just like a shaker, like for cheese, for Parmesan cheese, but with smaller holes. And I just take it and I shake it on everyone. I don't give my geckos calcium to eat off of. I don't do any of that. It is on their food every single time I feed them. That's it.
Now, I only do the extra calcium on a cap for the babies so they can lick it. But with the other one, I just sprinkle it on the food.
I've never had a problem. I noticed that I was going through more calcium, and it's expensive. If it gets wet, stuff like that.
It gets moldy. You got to throw it, yeah.
So I just stopped doing it, and I'm good. I've never had it.
I could just switch over to just sprinkling it on the food.
Try it out with a few. You'll see. Because baby geckos, once they hit like 10 grams, they become bulletproof too. Yeah. Leopard gecko breeding is so easy. Once you get the egg and get them to hatch, everyone's like, you got to be so... I laugh still this day when people go through and they're real careful with leopard gecko. If they've seen what I do with leopard gecko eggs, I'm like, there's 2 leopard gecko eggs. I just grab them out and whatever. There you go.
Do you watch my TikTok videos when I pull eggs? I take them and I shake the dirt off and I set them back down. Every time I do it, I think to myself, I wonder how many people are going to be like, what are you doing shaking the egg, man?
I grab them. I have a video somewhere showing people you can rotate leopard gecko eggs. I'm like, you can rotate them all day long. And someone said that was because it was new. You can't do them when they're old. So I went on a video, opened up one that was like 30 days old and rotated it and put it back down. I was like, it'll hatch. I'm not worried about it.
No.
Because geckos, I think, don't quote me, this is why, but where they get laid, other females are going to be digging in that area too to lay eggs because it's a good spot. So they're going to be kicking eggs around, and so I think they adapted so they didn't attach themselves to the shell. Because ball pythons, you rotate an egg, it's dead.
Well, see, with ball pythons, mothers hold on to them and don't let them go. So there's a difference. Yeah, with leopard geckos, they just drop the eggs and then they leave the spot. And I'm sure other females will use it too, especially if there's a bunch of them around. I know with crested geckos, everybody goes, how do you know when a crested gecko lays its eggs? Because they smooth the dirt out flatly, just pack it down perfect.
Opposite of what a leopard gecko does.
Yeah, if you leave, leopard geckos pile a hill, but if you put, like crested gecko, if you have a nest box in there and you have it lumped up with dirt or whatever you use for your thing, you'll go and look in there and it'll be smooth. I mean, smooth.
I don't know. I wonder if they do that to say, hey, there's eggs here. Another female don't lay there. I don't know, but they're the only ones that do that.
Yeah. I often wondered if they did that because they don't want predators to know that anything was there.
Yeah, that could be it too.
I don't know.
But yeah, leopard geckos, they're like, oh, let's just put a pile up over here. I'm like, oh, cool.
Let's throw half the dirt out of the bin too.
Yeah, leopard geckos. And another thing, this is why I get scared about doing YouTube videos. Everyone thinks it's because of my facility, showing them in tubs and racks. I do not hide the fact that they're in tubs and racks. Ready for this? During breeding season for that female, I do not clean the cage. I just scrape it out. And people will flip. They'll be like, oh my gosh. I do not want males having to remark. I do not want females going nuts from a clean cage. They need them scents.
Well, they panic because they want their scent in there. The females do. They want to mark it to try to ward off other females. And the males, instead of breeding, they'll spend half their time in there marking the whole territory up.
Yep.
You know, go on to YouTube and go to the largest gecko breeder in the world ever, Ron Tremper's page, and look inside his tubs. He'll show you inside his tubs. He doesn't even. I don't even know if he cleans them that much. I mean, there's piles.
I scrape every week. I'll scrape the best I can, and I'll take a cloth and wipe it out, and then that's it. And the best question I get is, "Well, does it work?" I produce a lot, and my geckos. Number one, does your geckos eat? Look at what is in front of you. Do they look like they eat?
Yeah.
So that's what I said. There was a conversation in a chat. I don't know. Asked how I feed once a week. I feed once a week. I give them enough worms in a cup. Hatchlings is a little different. I give them a lid. I give them a lid so the worms can crawl around and they can get it. But if I look in there at half a week and they don't have worms, I give them more worms. Once they hit 15 grams, they get a different cup that the worms can't get out of.
That's what I do too. I don't. I feed the babies more if they go through their food. I'm constantly putting food in there, but with the adults, it's once a week.
Because
an adult will get fat.
Yeah, because people don't understand. They're like, how are you getting 16 to 20 eggs out of a female? My geckos aren't overweight.
We heard what Bubba said, right? Bubba's an aquarium guy. He goes, he gets some of his females give him 28.
Yep.
And most people say 10. He goes, but if you ain't getting 20 plus,
something's wrong.
Something going on.
When I do my yearly, I do a yearly plan. I do a yearly plan saying I'm going to breed this. I get 10 eggs a female. If I do more than that, awesome. But I rarely do under that. And the reason I do 10 is you're going to get females that don't breed. You're going to get dudders, and you're going to get this. But at the end of the season, you're going to get average of 10 per female you breed. You're going to get them 20s and 28s, and you're going to get them 16s and 10s. So you're going to get the ones that don't breed at all. Mm-hmm. That's where I got the bee pollen. Bubba's right. I've been feeding bee pollen to my roaches, and I gut load with bee pollen now. My roach chow does go to gut loading my mealworms. My mealworms, I put it in there, and they eat this chow. And I feed, and my geckos have looked amazing.
I could just imagine.
They beef up really quick. I get the shy females now eating in front of me. I don't give bee pollen to my geckos. I give it to their food. So every week I gut load. I'm a firm believer in gut loading before you feed. So I feed on a weekly basis, but every rack is on a different day. So I get the mealworms out. I'm going to feed a day before, and I gut load them with my chow, and I give carrots most of the time. Most of the time it's carrots in the chow.
It's
And then
Leo who's asking the question.
oh, Leo, it's Leo that I like. Oh, there it is. It's cool. It's Leo. I love you. But so I'll gut load them mealworms, and I always have my roaches now ready to go. So I don't give bee pollen yet directly to it. I've thought about it. I've honestly thought about putting bee pollen in with my stuff, my mixture of bionate and calcium. And there's Frank the Tank. I'm doing great, dude.
Frank, how are you, buddy?
But bee pollen is my roaches. I have breeding roaches. They get oranges. They do not get more protein. And then I have feeder roaches that I can sell from when eventually they stop getting roaches or stop getting oranges, and they only get chow and greens and other fruits. So I'm not contributing to someone if they want to buy and feed them off right away. Citrus is bad for some reptiles.
Yeah.
So my breeders do get citrus, but they'll never be fed off. So I got a system, and I've actually talked to every large breeder in America, and I do have, one of my friends is one of the largest Dubia Roaches breeders in the world, so she's helped me out. That's how cool they are, is when they help you out and they know you're going to be competition.
I wish the reptile community was more like that than what we have going on. Hope you had a great time, Frank.
That's what I'm talking about.
You didn't invite us, though, right? I thought we were all family, man.
That's what I'm talking about, Frank. What's up, homie? But bee pollen is a game changer, guys. It's a game changer, and it's not
anything.
Yeah, and I'm not. It wasn't my idea. Don't think it was Owner Exotics, but I learned it from Bubba. Bubba's the one that introduced it to me.
I know. The isopods love bee pollen. They absolutely tear it up. I'll watch them walk over because I put the little balls of bee pollen in, not the powder stuff, and they just grab one and take off with it, running with it.
They're like, "That's mine." I ate 5 myself just because I guess bee pollen's not bad. I mean, it smells really good.
Well, they put it in. A lot of people put it in shakes. Like if they make a morning shake, you put it in there. It's actually not bad. I've had it. It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's sweet, though.
Oh, it's really real sweet. I can't have no regrets. How I added bee pollen to it is I talked to some breeders, and they said they don't think that. They didn't tell me. Said, yeah, I added it. They said they don't think it would hurt the roaches, but to test it to see if it would hurt my roaches. That's what they said. I went all in. I put bee pollen in a group that had 400 females in it, adult females. I was like, let's just try it. Within 3 weeks, I had thousands. It was like, so they were gravid already, but they had their babies, and then babies were eating it. And that's what told me. I was like, babies usually don't go after the chow that fast. And they did. So now I add bee pollen.
If you want something sweet, sprinkle some bee pollen on it because it's super sweet.
Oh, yeah. Get the powder form or grind up the chunks ones if you're going to sprinkle it on something. It's actually really good. Honey what made me go to bee pollen because honey was added to a lot of stuff to get roaches to like it, but I went to bee pollen, and I've already seen a difference feeding my roaches. So hopefully people know that I feed bee pollen to my roaches, and it's a benefit. They buy my feeders. It took me about a week and a half. I went through 4 different bee pollens, and it had nothing to do with the ingredients in bee pollen because it was all natural. It was I needed something that mulched up, but I wanted the chunks, and it mulched up really easy. And one of them was like hard. It wouldn't mulch up. And dubias have trouble eating chunks. They do.
Oh, I believe you.
So
yeah, Frank, he was talking about that a little bit ago.
By the way, thanks for the dude, that's all that matters to me, man. Is you liked them? Yeah, that's right. you loving them. That made me happy. Now you got OE blood. And this, you guys, everyone knows the story. Blood wasn't even my focus. It just became something because people were like, "Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing." It was a byproduct of me going after something else. I bought a blood male. I just wanted to have orange, white, and yellows. That's why I bought it. And it was supposed to be a pure blood, no het. Turned out to be het eclipse and het tremper. Go figure.
And now they're amazing.
Yeah. So I haven't got anything that's not the blood stuff. That's not 100% tremper out of it, but I'm close.
So did I when I got my first shoe too.
That female's gonna be hot. That female's gonna be an amazing animal. Whereas most of the worms, mostly carrots, potatoes. See that I'm thinking about doing super worms. I got a place where I can buy super worms. I'm just gonna say that. I got a place I can get super worms.
The deal with doing super worms though is you have to separate each one from to go into the beetle form. They can't be together.
I was thinking that would be easy. I have a place. I have a safe. I got 2 big safes. So I could do that. But my problem is sifting them. But that's why I didn't want to do mealworms. I didn't want to sift them and get the mealworms. But if you don't separate them, superworms, they don't turn. So I can just let them sit in there and sift them then when they get big.
Yeah.
Ever used giant? I have used giant mealworms. I got giant mealworms last time from Rainbow. I always say Jillian. Rainbow. I held off on orders. I'm going to be texting her on Monday, and I'm probably going to get some giant mealworms because they are really, really cool. But giant mealworms aren't a different species. They do something to them to prevent them from pupating.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're just a regular, and they just do something, but it doesn't hurt anything. Doesn't hurt your animals.
Okay, so that was my next question. I was like, that ain't going to hurt them.
So I'm probably going to get Discoid roaches. I'm probably going to get some. I talked to her and she says, yeah, they don't crawl. I'm probably going to get that just to maybe like 300-400 and start that colony up. They produce faster than dubs. See? Yeah, they do, but they do something to make them get bigger, to make them get to that size. I forget what it is. They're not as chunky as the supers. They're big. They're not as chunky. But yeah, I'm actually out of mealworms right now. I actually have to put an order, and I can't even, if by Thursday, if I don't get any mealworms, I'm not going to be able to feed the collection, which I'll have them by Tuesday. I'll put an order in Monday, have them Tuesday. Pairing my Diablo Blanco, Het Tremper, possible visual, if not Het Eclipse, Het Blizzard Sun. That's pretty cool. Them Diablo Blancos, what about Matt was putting up some pictures of his stuff that he had for the Blizzard and Diablo stuff. That was I'm not a Blizzard fan. That doesn't mean it's not cool though. I'm just not a Blizzard fan. White's white, and that's why I've never really pushed Clouded or Go Black Knight, because black's black, white's white. You're at the end of the spectrum. I kind of agree with people with that. I actually got a lot of messages with what I posted up the other day when I put this is not a laughing matter.
Oh yeah.
Some people got the joke. Also looks like a Sunfire Bell female might. Oh, I'd be interested in some babies of those if you do. I need to start adding some people's bloodlines to some of my projects. I like messing around and seeing what produces. I gotta go crazy in the Diablo monk, but it's nice to make some. Yeah, I have a group of blizzards here. I don't know how many there are. I never breed them. Oh, Leo just got it. Oh, because I posted that in a little chat room. Yeah, it was not. It was not a mean jab. It was a friendly, like, haha jab. Um, because I've been breeding bloods for pattern for years, and it's funny because a friend of mine, a mutual friend of a lot of other breeders, came up and says, "You should just put clown on that and make it $700." And I'm like, "Well, no, I call them wackies because they look there. I didn't know what else to put on them, so I got some animals that would." I don't post because I don't know what to call them. They'll say they're clowns or not clowns or not jokers. In that chat, I did this. I said something like, "This is not a laughing matter," or no. What I put was, if I name my line Riddler, would it be too much? I joke. And then I was like, wait, I didn't mean that pun. I kid.
Oh, that's funny. That was funny. I was reading that on.
I paid almost 10 for shipping mealworms. I'm ready to have a couple Sunfire radars from Miles Eggs. They are only 2 good ones. Oh, if you sell some, I'm interested, dude. I'm interested. There's a few people I actually buy females from. You're one of them. I test everyone's animals, and Miles knows this. I test his animals, and Miles tests my animals. I sell him. We just do that. So if he catches something, like if he bred an animal, I sold him, and it had, like I say, it's not head eclipse, and he puts an eclipse out, then he's helping me, and I do the same thing for him.
Yeah, that's good though. That's a good way to be.
Yeah. So because I find eclipse I find eclipse in a lot of stuff. I do. I hate eclipse. I hate everything to do with eclipse. I
think everything I have is eclipse.
Yeah, because of that. I had that one. I got 60-something eggs, and then boom, an eclipse popped out. Now I get eclipse from them all the time. It's like it was hiding, weird? And then it just popped out. I'm like, I was so excited that I finally had a. Oh.
And then bam!
I get Tremper out. I get Tremper out of stuff quick. But that eclipse gene is just hang around her. I hate eclipse. I think Leo was talking about a new eye trait, and I was like, no more eye traits. I'm done with eye traits.
Well, Adam's got that cool one.
Yeah, Adam's got a cool eye trait. You are number 2 in line. These are the first 2 incubated males. Oh, perfect. Just let me know, dude. Just let me know. Because I trust you. So lineage means a lot to me, and hets and all that good stuff. It just means a lot to me. I would rather tell someone it's possible to have this and not. Because they're gonna find out. They'll find out eventually. But I joke. Yeah. I mean, I kid. I'm just having fun. Someone's gonna take it wrong. I friendly joke. I didn't even name my first in the world. So I never named them.
No.
I don't care. I named Clouded because it was a clouded line. I told a friend it kind of stuck. That's why I named Clouded. Everything else is. Whatever. I got in an argument with someone the other day about Clouded. They said I bought Black Knight and I'm selling Black Knights. I'm like, dude, I don't sell that many Clouded. I think I've sold like a handful, 5, 6. I'm like, I was like, what are you talking about? Lineage is definitely important. I learned that pretty quickly. Thankful, yes. And Andy, but I have nothing that has hatched that makes sense. They are changing daily. I will send you pictures. That's what Leos do.
Well, I've showed you pictures, remember? And you were like, that's a Max Snow, but they weren't Max Snow, so I don't know what the heck they are. You remember them pictures I sent you? So it's kind of strange. I don't know.
I'm telling you, stuff this hatches is too. I hate Eclipse. Stuff this. Oh, I've bred so much, and now it just terrifies me. That Eclipse gene terrifies me.
Well, see, I just hope that other reptiles that people breed, they don't go crazy like they did. They put Eclipse into everything with leopard geckos. Now, there's certain genes that you don't want to put into everything, even with other reptiles,
No.
So that they're not 20 years from now fighting to get it out again.
That's what we're doing. I'm trying to fight to get Eclipse out. I do have pure macularis lines. I do have those. I do want to get Turkmenicus a pure group of Turkmenicus. I want to get Afghans. I want to get Afghanicus, if people want to. I say Afghans. I want fasciolatus. I do have some fasciolatus, but I believe they're crossed with Macularis. So, but then there's like the battle of, is anything really pure species now? Subspecies?
Yeah,
is it?
It's hard to say. I got that one Eclipse downstairs, the first one I hatched out last year. He's got one black eye. And after a while, he had two black eyes, but now one went normal and he's got one straight black eye.
I have blood eclipses. See, that's what really upset me is when M7 was bred, I bred him to eclipses right away and never got anything. So I said, oh, cool. But then an albino hatched out. And I'm like, oh, okay, he's het tremper, fine. No bells hatched out. So I sold M7 bell stuff as pets. They were petted out. And he never hatched out any rainwater. So we knew he was fine there. But that eclipse gene hatched out the second season. And I started getting eclipse. And I have a 95-gram male that is wacky looking. He's like really bold for an eclipse, but he's an eclipse. He doesn't have the white nose at all. He doesn't have the socks at all, but he's eclipse. And I've bred him and he makes eclipse. Everyone's like, he's not the eclipse gene. It's something else. I'm like, he's eclipse. And I'm telling you, Josh, it eclipses the Satan of all things. I literally do not like eclipse. For a purist, I'll buy eclipse if I know what's in there. But I hate eclipse. I've been trying to get it out of things so much. Like, this is what clouded came from eclipse stuff. It came from eclipse stuff. So I can't get eclipse out of it. I can't do it.
Josh thinks Marble Eye's just as bad.
Yeah, especially with the cipher stuff. And the cipher is kind of an eye trait too. But I believe John got it out. John separated it, but Miles is having trouble getting that eclipse gene out. The byproduct you make from it, trying to clear it up. I talked to Miles about trying to help clean that up, but then I'm like, do I want another project with eclipse trying to clean eclipse out? Do I want that?
I think it would be fun though. Like if I had a pure and then tried to breed the eclipse out of it, I think that would be a lot of fun.
You make so many animals. Like the byproducts I have to wholesale out is.
Yeah, but even if you had to wholesale it out, you could find people that would buy it. But I mean, it's tough to breed that many animals that's a lot of effort to try to get something.
And then you got to choose them possible hets to hold back.
Yeah.
And then when you breed them, you're like, oh, these were het. Did I send out the non-hets? And
yeah, that's what you want to. It's tough.
And
that's why you keep them all for 1 year, and then go for the second batch and figure it out. Maybe I don't know. It's tough. It's tough.
It is. Odds don't seem to hit the same way. Others, like Tremper, you can almost bank on 50-50 visual eclipse from my experience. Not exactly. 100%. 100%. 100%. The eclipse gene is weird. No one wants to talk about it, but it is weird. It will hide. I still say this, it will hide. Like Josh said, it'll hide. And rainwater's another thing. Rainwater and typhoons, but it's the eclipse gene again.
That's like the raptor I produced. Does not have eclipse eyes. But I know it's both parents. I know there's an eclipse in there. I know it's eclipsed. And the mother was eclipsed and the father was a raptor.
It's just one of them things that us purists, we hate because we're trying for it. We're trying, and I got that pure macularis stuff. I'm going to breed macularis. I'm going to build a colony of macularis and try to reverse engineer stuff. But what's cool about it, though, if I take like possible het tremper or het tremper het eclipse and start breeding that, I can still sell the offspring from that as possible het tremper het possible het eclipse. I don't have to pet them out. But who's going to buy a macularis normal looking animal that's 33% het or 25% het eclipse or whatever it is going to be? I mean, people are going to be like, whatever. But so that's my problem. I have to wholesale them out anyway. Oh, geez. I don't know. Like Max Snow. That's another one. Max Snow. Oh. I won't mention names, and no, it wasn't anyone that anyone knows. But I bought a Gem Snow male off somebody, and it's not Gem Snow.
Oh, that'd be upsetting.
I'm a little perturbed. The person's gonna make it right. He said that he must have grabbed the wrong male back in the day. I'm like, whatever. But it produces supers all the time. And remember, like, well, Gem to a Mac will produce super to its siblings. When I take the siblings together, they produce supers. It's a Max now.
Yeah.
Every Eclipse I've produced has been tricky to tell, except for a couple that had partial snake eyes and one snake. I'm telling you.
I find when people ask me, what is that exactly? I just say, well, this is what the parents are. You know, because if I say it's one thing and it really isn't, I ain't going to hear it. So this is what the mother was, this is what the father was, and this is what we got.
I get people tell me I'm wrong about what I'm ID and stuff, and I just look at them like, do you know what the parents are? No. I bred it. It is. 100%.
Yeah.
Eclipse, I don't know why Eclipse got bred into everything, too, because it pastels, not even pastels, it kind of like dulls everything out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're still working on trying to get, I mean, Bell has it. Bell Radar. The Radar Tangerine are really cool. But, I mean, it took how many years to get orange Eclipse?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's like the clouded messes with the patterns on animals, and people don't understand that either. It's like, I'm gonna that wacky pattern.
I'm gonna show you. I'll show you some pictures when I'm at the shop next time of some clouded that it looks insane. The patterns are insane. I'll show you, and I kept them back. I might send you some more. Just have you breed them, have fun with them.
Mm-hmm. I don't want anything with the ones I got already.
Just breed them and see what you do with them. The only ones I really kind of have attachment to right now is clouded bloods. That's like my attachment.
Yeah,
right now.
They're nice. You showed me a picture the other day of one. I was like, whoa, that was nice. That's like the my one that I call the question mark. That's got the question mark on it.
Yeah.
That thing is just in a pastels. It's got pastel yellow in it. That's my favorite gecko of all time.
That's an amazing looking gecko. White and yellow being 50-50 is pretty good because it is a incomplete, not incomplete dominant. It's a dominant. Well, some people say it's incomplete. I think it's just a dom. I don't think there's a super. And then the bold's been bred so much, you'll get bolds. Yeah. That white and yellow gene, I'm a little upset about white and yellow gene, but I'm happy right now. I have a male I got from Miles. That's, should be pure, but we're gonna find out. I have the collection to do it, so he's like, "You got the collection to do it." I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out." So, if he ends up being pure, I can actually produce. No joke, I'm not gonna waste any pure macularis on him this year. But I'm going to breed my macularis together, get a group of like 50 non-het macularis, and then take him to a few. So I got pure, once I prove them out, pure macularis white and yellows. And if people can have white and yellows, they can do what they want with. Because this boy's a pretty boy. I mean, he is a damn pretty boy. For being a white and yellow adult, he's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? Well, when you put the white and yellow in the bold, it reduces the pattern and sometimes browns it out. Oh, yeah. When you mix them together, yes. Yes, I agree with that. I thought you were just saying when you breed a bold, you get bolds. And I thought you meant that. Yeah, when you put them together, the white and yellow and bold actually, plays well.
He's getting a white and yellow from me.
Josh? Yeah.
Because I made a trade with him for a male gargoyle gecko. And it's a nice looking one.
Let you guys know.
So is the gargoyle.
Marsha has a white and yellow from the same line of the you have.
Oh,
yeah. Marsha bought a white and yellow. It was a Max Snow white and yellow raptor. She bought a male a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago. She said she wanted it. I hooked her up and said, let's do this. And that's when, Marsha's gone through a lot of stuff, but Golden Gate geckos, she's a cornerstone. Yeah, so when she contacted me, she wanted that boy, and I was like, "Yeah, we can do that. That boy could be yours." White and yellow. White and yellow has. I know some people are gonna be like, "Eh," but white and yellow has a special place in my heart because I used to be an Enigma breeder back in the day, and I morally couldn't do it after that season or two. And then when White and Yellow came, Matt brought him over from the UK. He sent all the ones over there, and I got in touch with them. I was one of the first to, of what, 3 or 4 to get White and Yellow bells off of them. So I had to have it.
Josh, do you mind if I show the pictures of them?
That's what I'm talking about. The White and Yellow and Black Knight.
Because if you don't mind, I'm going to send them to Gary, and then Gary can show them.
Yeah. Here, this is the gecko I'm working at.
I love that little doll. That little statuette, I mean.
I don't even know if I want to take this to the shop. He's my buddy. Because my geckos are no longer here. Like, you guys don't understand how different this is. I used to get off this radio show, and I'd say, I'm going upstairs. I would go over to my geckos and walk around in there for a bit. And now I can't do it. I literally, there's no animals downstairs anymore. I have nothing.
Now, is that going to upset you when you want to get up and walk around and look at stuff? Because I find it soothing to go in my reptile room.
Oh, yeah. I'm at peace. Like, a lot of people don't know this. I posted it the other day, and some people contacted me because of it. I stress out before lives. So that's why I'm either playing a game. Yeah, I'm playing a game or I'm listening to music because I don't know if it's an anxiety issue. Like, before reptile expos, I stress out. But then a switch hits. When I'm on, a switch hits.
Well, I hope when I sit and talk to you about 10 minutes before.
Oh, no, you're totally fine. I'm totally fine with that. That's what calms me down. That's my whole thing. And animals don't. When I do live animal shows, like, and I'm with animals, it starts calming me down. But I can speak in front of people. It's really weird. I get people that look at me funny, like at work when I'm going to talk to. I'll sit there and I'm like, just leave me alone for a minute. I just sit here and they're like, what is wrong with him? Then I go out there and I'm fine. I don't know why. It's been this way for 20 years.
I sent you the 2 pictures.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Boom. And, wait. I'm like totally lost here. Good old StreamYard. Share screen. This one. Share screen. There we go. That looks like Daddy.
Except he doesn't have the red eyes.
That's an albino. That's an albino all day.
Even though it's got black eyes? The eyes are they're black. Wait, go to the next picture. You'll get a good look at his eyes.
It didn't zoom in. Let's see if can I zoom in on this? Oh, it makes the picture smaller. That's right. Yeah, you can't zoom in. But
I'll send you another picture of it, really.
I mean, it was a raptor to a raptor, wasn't it?
No. This was a raptor to the Max Snow clouded.
Oh, the clouded could be messing with it. Yeah, that might not be. That's a freaking insane animal, dude. I think Josh is excited about getting that one.
I don't know if that picture helps you any. I tried to zoom in on it.
Let's see. Oh, that's better. I mean, but it is dark. It is black. That's an insane animal, though. Like, I mean, the pigmentation in it is, it's white and yellow. That's kind of funny.
What's kind of funny?
Because I said it's white and yellow.
Oh, yeah. No, it is.
No one can say that's not a white and yellow. No one can say that's not. I mean, because there's a difference. I don't mean to be mean to anybody. There's a lot of people selling white and yellows that aren't white and yellows.
No.
There's a lot of people selling white and yellows. That's a white and yellow all day. That's an insane looking gecko, dude. That looks like Dad.
It looks like Dad, except Dad has the solid red eyes.
Yep.
And when you take him out, he squints his little eyes.
Because he does have the brown spots on him on the top of the head a little bit.
Yep.
And he does have darker pigment in the end of his tail. That's an insane looking gecko.
Yeah.
Kind of proud of that gecko. You did good with that.
Yeah. I think that was that the last one I hatched out? I'd have to look.
But the clouded is, I know people are going to laugh at me here. The clouded makes white animals too. I get white animals. That's what's messing with this. That's what's messing with this animal.
Yeah.
Because of the clouded gene, I have white cloudeds, and there's one girl that has them. Before I knew what they were, before when I was playing with stuff, I was like, oh, these aren't dark, I'm going to sell them. And she started hatching out white stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, what is going on? I'm like, I don't know.
I know the first male that I produced this last year was pure black. You remember him? When you told me to keep him? He has turned yellow on the top with brown spots, and all his sides all the way down are bright white.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, these are insane stuff. Did I take it? I might have posted some pictures. Let's see if I can go to. That's
a cool. What is that right there, Gary?
So probably a Black Knight.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though.
Probably some type of Black Knight. Stuff. I don't know who he is.
See now high-end morphs is cool, but they never post what you're looking at.
Yeah, that's because they don't. I think
Emily's on. Hey Emily, how are you doing? Long time no see.
Let's see. Go to Orner Exotics page. I only got 26. Go follow my page. Look what I did with my logo. Look at that. There's them not eating the orange. I thought I posted. Oh, I kid. And that's really washed out too. I did it purposely washed out too. I kid. That's
cool.
Clouded. That's clouded stuff. A little darkness. Both are eclipse. I'm kind of upset about that. Launch date's going to be today. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I got held up.
Congratulations, Emily.
What'd she do?
You read it?
Uh-oh. That's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
That's pretty cool. I like it. Congratulations. Let's go to Instagram. Oh, people are liking my stuff. Oh, my daughter made me a cobra.
I was looking at that earlier. I thought that was pretty cool, actually. I was like, wow.
A cobra. So it's sitting on my desk right now, in front of a glass. This was Frank the Tank's box. I was asking for the gods to take care of it. Here's oranges and apples, and that's my chow. It looks like everyone else's chow. Well, you can kind of see it. Let's see. Here is that's a special animal. That's a Max Snow Het Bell Het patternless. Murphy's patternless. Kind of a special animal. And then there's more bloods. When they hatch out that orange, that's just different.
Congrats on the corn snakes, Emily.
Oh, we got corn snakes too?
Yeah, she just hatched them out.
Ooh, still hatching. Corn snakes are fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love me some corn snakes.
I love them when they're small because they got little attitudes,
Oh, they'll.
Yeah. How are all the isopods doing, Emily?
Does she have isopods?
Yeah, does she have isopods? We did a whole show with her with isopods.
That's a pretty cool little animal. Oh, man. They have so many pictures.
Yeah, that's...
Fun days.
That's awesome, Emily, that you're doing good. Mm-hmm.
Got some albinos. No, albinos.
Albinos, yeah.
I like isopods.
Yes, Frank, I have to agree with you. They are a must for everybody.
I got Panda Kings.
That's amazing.
I couldn't believe what I paid for them, but I got Panda Kings. I wonder if I should tell everybody what I paid for them. And I'm going to do a better image for Todd. For people here, Todd had a family emergency, couldn't make it today. So I will be doing that for sure again.
That's a cool morph too, and it's heuristic.
I need some isopods. What I have is dairies, powder blues, powder oranges, duckies, rubber duckies, the yellow ones, and I just got Panda Kings today. But the Panda Kings don't take. I don't know if I should tell anyone because I think it's.
You might more crash to market or something.
Yeah, crash the market. It was someone I buy off of for roaches and stuff on eBay, and this person contacted me and says, "Hey, I got some Panda Kings up for isopods. Go bid on them because no one's bid on them." Well, I bid on them, and I won them. No one else bid on them. And I even told this person, like, you don't have to send them to me. Don't worry about it. And they did. They sent them to me anyway.
So how many cultures do you have there, Frank?
Woo. Frank, what I'll do is when I get all settled in and I get Andrew some of his, I'm gonna spread some of the kindness because the rubber duckies were gifted to me. I started with 5 or 6. I forget how many were in the little tub. He gave me a little tub, and I probably got 50, maybe more than that. I don't know. I go in there just to feed. I feed and water them. That's all I do to them. I don't touch them other than that.
You got 80 species already. Wow, that's good, Emily. Are they all doing really good for you?
80 species? That's a lot.
That is a lot. Absolutely a lot. I think I'm 20 or 30 or something like that. 25, 30, something like that.
That's insane. Let's see what else I can show. Oh, I can show. I'll show something to everybody while we're here. I did TRR the reptile room the reptileroom.com or .org. It broke.
Yes.
So I took it down and I recoded. And I made this. So this you can post videos on. I tested it. You can post videos.
When does it go up? Tomorrow?
You guys can go to it now. It's reptipost.com. So just REPTI post.com, reptipost.com. Go to it. I was going to launch it today, but I got held up at work. Seriously, you guys can post. It has a marketplace. I tested it. The marketplace is tested. It does work. It's got categories. You can sort by highest, lowest. Now the distance, because I used someone else's marketplace coding, it goes by km. I will have that fixed. It goes by kilometers. Sorry. Because coding something like this big is really heavy to do.
I could just imagine.
I borrowed other people's backbones on certain things, but it does have this. It does nearby shops. You can do anything on that point. You can poke like you used to on Facebook. My memories, because one thing I hate about Facebook, you only could see your memories when it came up. It was hard to find if you didn't click it then, right? Mm-hmm. I have it where you can just click your memories and it's going to tell you on this day. So on this day last year, the year before, it's going to record. I have tags and it will tell you trending. So people start using tags. Like let's say everyone wants to say Orner Exotics this day. Orner Exotics will be trending. I did that. It does have a chat system, 100%. So if I go in here and chat to myself, I did all the testing there. What else here I can do? You can create a post. You can create a blog. That's another cool thing that I did. I added blog to this. So you can go to blogging. I did a blog. And this is what it's free. You can blog all day long. And I'm not going to charge for that either. You can explore. It tells you people that like the same things you do. So if you're an isopod person and there's a bunch of isopods, it'll say these people like isopods. You might like them. And it will suggest, so you can do find a friend too. You can find friends. You can find them in localities or localities. Local to you. You can go to any country. This is getting insane. I mean, popular posts. So once it gets posts, It will tell you the popular post for the day, the week. You can save a post for later if you want. Instead of having to comment on it, you can just save it. That's insane.
I'm going to start sharing this everywhere because it's the reptile Facebook that you can sell on.
Yeah, you can sell on it, and guess what, guys? You don't want to sell on Morph Market. We can create this community, and it has everything else. And I'm not charging for the market. I'm not charging for it. So go there, post, have fun, post all day long. It doesn't matter. It's Facebook. I will have advertising on there, so I can get funds from it. But I am not gonna it's not going to be Amazon. It's going to be reptile people only. So it's going to be stuff that matters. And it's not going to be over bloated with advertisements. It's just not going to be. I have an announcement area so I can announce things. You can create a poll. You can do feelings. You can upload files, just files. So if you want to put a price list up, you can do price list. You can upload audio only for podcasters. Upload the audio only.
That's good too.
It's insane. It's an insane little thing. I love ReptiPost. I didn't launch it today though, but we will. I will have the advertisements probably going out tomorrow.
Well, once it's, and people can go over and join now and start doing it, right?
Yeah, reptipost.com. I can actually turn on the ticker and it will say ReptiPost right there. Say boom.
All right. I will definitely be sharing that.
And 70 bins of isopods. That's a lot of isopods.
Yeah, he said he's got some multiples that he's split up and stuff like that. That's very good.
But 70 bins?
I know.
Wow. Shipping costs is... Ugh.
Yeah, it's crazy. Shipping is crazy prices.
Oh, freaking dairy cows. Dairy cows. Oh. Dairy cows breed like rabbits.
Rabbits. Same with the milkbacks. My milkbacks are going completely insane.
Aren't milkbacks and dairy cows same?
Same family, but they're different.
Oh, and on ReptiPost, you guys can post events too. So all the reptile expos, you can. If you are a business looking to post jobs, you can post jobs on there. I'm not joking. I thought of everything. The common things. When you're there and you hit common things, it will show you everyone that has a common thing with you. And I don't sell your information. I'm the only person that can see anything you put in the back end, and I'm not going to do nothing with it. Don't put passwords in there like to your iClouds and stuff. But I'm not selling your email. I'm not selling any of that. I don't want it. It's just I'm all about making it simple. That's what I did, and I coded it where you don't have to have an app. You can just put the link on your home screen. It knows that you're on a phone, and it knows you're on a tablet, and it just forms to it.
Well, that's cool.
I did have struggle, and I did hire some people to help me with coding, and I did buy some code snippets. This is very complex, but the cool thing about it is I did it. People are arguing that dairy cows are probably not part of the Levi family, since they don't cross.
Levis. And that's possible too. They could be different. Because I don't think you can breed the two together. I don't know.
Why would you want to breed them together? Is there a reason why you guys isopod breeders breed different things together?
Some people do it like somebody took some that were one color and another color, supposed to be the same family, bred them together, but they never got nothing.
Because powder blues and powder orange are the same thing, right?
I think so. Yeah, they're both in the same family. Yeah, they're both.
And then like dwarf purples, dwarf whites, and stuff.
Yes.
Okay. So,
no, dwarf whites are different. I think.
See, I'm
not sure about that. The dwarfs, I'm not.
I'm just gonna breed my panda kings, and I'm just gonna breed my other stuff, and I'm gonna breed them, and then when you guys want them, I just send them to you guys. I like isopods. They're calming. I know I'm a big kid. I lift up the log and I'm like, oh, look at all the little thingies there.
That's what I do. I do it every day. Well, not every day, but I do it.
That's my favorite thing. I'm like, look at them all. And then I put it back down. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Okay, let's feed you guys. And I feed them. I got dried fish for my dairy cows, and you would have thought I gave them crack. Oh, geez. They were like coming because my dairy cows don't like the light.
No, I find
so many of them, but I put dried fish in there. They light be whatever. They're eating that fish.
I know they go crazy over that stuff. It's just weird, and and they don't like light. I find mine try to hide. As soon as you open it up, leaves are moving, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to make money off my dairy cow or my dairy cows, my isopods. I just like playing with them.
Well, I got some baby geckos if you're interested.
I have seven 32-quart bins of dairy cows.
What about shipping costs, Mark? I don't understand what you're asking.
Shipping costs, like to ship stuff.
I didn't see you ask anything.
You
Mark.
said the shipping of mealworms are like $10. It's not. My mealworms I ship when I get my shipment it costs me about $75. But I get a lot.
You get 100,000 mealworms at a time, dude.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what the smaller ones like. If I ship roaches, if I can put it in a flat rate, it'll be a flat rate box. If it's under a pound, it's what, $3, $4.
Thanks, but I want to hatch my own. We all do. We all do.
But I'm not willing to pay crazy. I don't even know what. I'll tell you. Should I tell people I pay for the pandas? I think even Emily might freak out. I got 15, but I think she gave me 20, and I didn't pay anywhere close to what they. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I'll message Emily afterwards and tell her.
Yeah, that's crazy. When you told me the price, I almost fell out of my chair. I was like, "What?"
I was like, I didn't know if that was. I knew they were worth more. I didn't know what they were worth. What you did. But like rubber duckies, I don't even know what they go for. I'm just gonna give them to you. I don't care. Whatever. We have some rubber duckies. I want some of yours, Gary. Oh, that's fine. Let's do it. Whatever I have, I'm game. I'll buy dairy cows. You want to know when someone says they want dairy cows, they're like, "Can you give me a culture of dairy cows?" I get one of them big the big delis, and I take handfuls of them. I put them in there. I'm like, there you go.
I'll take some dairy cows, Gary.
My dairy cows are on freaking steroids.
Not even close, Emily. Oh, for duckies, yeah, okay.
$120 for 5 duckies.
That's what I said.
That's what they go for.
That's what they go for, Gary. Gary just decided, well, I ain't giving that shit away now.
2,000 extra 10 shipping. Yeah. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, shipping cost has gone up for everybody.
But I keep telling them to go through rainbow mealworms because you get more, and it doesn't cost as much to ship.
Yeah, and they're not. If you got, I would buy 10,000 because if you can feed off 10,000 in 6 months, just buy 10,000.
Yeah, I don't know if he could do that though because he's only got like 2.
Oh, because I was gonna say at the low Walmart, the shipping cost has been so. Everyone's shipping cost has gone up. Everything's gone up. Some dwarf whites and some bioactive enclosures. I think I seen some orange ones in one of the white backs. Okay, eyes lit up. Yeah, the $120. I didn't know that. My friend gave me 5 or 6, and now I got I don't know what's in there.
I know my buddy. I went on one of my friend's sites. Well, not my friend's sites, but the site I was talking about for the person that we're in here. And they have like 5's 120, and if you up it to 10, it's like 200 and some bucks. I was like, holy crap!
Wow, maybe I'm in the wrong business.
Dwarf whites are cool. I told you, Gary.
I just got 3K superworms and 10K mealworms from Rainbow. Yeah, see, now, Josh, do you order off the site? Do you actually order off the website? If you do, that makes me feel really good. Okay, now that Rainbow's got mealworm or superworms because I just text them. I don't know what else to do. I got this one fly, like I always, this one little fruit fly.
Yeah.
But isopods are just fun for me. They're a fun little hobby. And these pandas are cool because they're like black and white, or not really black. They're more of that tan, I don't know, gray color.
They're like a grayish and a white, yeah.
They didn't have any left there. Our upside cool. They go for a lot, Gary. So it's crazy how much some species go for. Yeah, I didn't know this. I want some of them tricolor ones, like ones with reds and yellows in them. But Andrew told me that it could be like $1,000 for something. Like what?
Yeah. I was on a site they were that much. I just sent you some pictures of some Panda Kings if you want to show them, Gary.
Oh, you got okay, cool. Let's see here. We go there. I can actually English today. There we go. Oh, look at all these. Yeah, that's what I got. Yep, them things right there.
Yep.
You got a lot more than I do.
Well, they bury. This is a later picture. As you notice, the picture progresses into them. They dig right down in the dirt really quick.
Oh, they don't like light.
Uh-uh.
Look at this. You got a lot of them.
I got a lot of babies on there too.
Yeah,
You
look
can
at
see
them.
them on there.
I'm always scared to take the springtails out of my other things just in case I have like dairy cows in there and they kill my other stuff.
Oh yeah, dairy cows. Yeah, these guys do pretty good.
I'm gonna have to get some spring tails and start culturing them just springtails.
I gotta rehouse these here in the next few days to a bigger bin.
Dude, so how much did these go for?
Well, I think it's like 5 for $50 or something like that.
Dude, you're a millionaire.
Yeah, not even close, but yeah, something like that. It's like 5 for 50 or 5 for 75, something like that. I would have to go check.
Springtails. Tater bugs. Let's see. I breed micro mealworms for my babies. I have a micro mealworm. Well, not micro mealworms. They're Wally gave them to me. Peanut beetles.
Yeah, they're cool.
What tricolors are 3,600 for?
That's what it is. Tricolors. They're way up there, man. Absolutely insane.
What? I am in. Okay, I'm in the wrong. I am selling leopard my geckos out. I'm selling them out. I am getting isopods. 3,600 for 6. You can make a living if you could sell them just by breeding those.
Yeah, but then the price ends up coming down, but you got to constantly be on the go. I know the lady I was talking about, she has some isopods on there that are 5 for $900 or something, but they're some kind of Cubera species. It was crazy. And if you do 10, it was like $1,500 or something. I was like, jeez.
I am like dumbfounded by this.
Those are.
We're gonna have to do
amazing.
another isopod show.
Yep. I think we should get a couple people on that do isopods.
Let's do an
breeders.
isopod roundtable.
I think it would be fun.
Let's do it. Let's find Emily, want to be on an isopod roundtable? I like it.
I think we should get Emily on there. Who else do you think we should get on?
Well, everyone wants to come on. I don't care. But I want to learn about isopods because, I mean, I thought $100 for 500, $20 for 5, 6 was a lot. $3,600 for 6.
The spiky isopods are $1,000 for 5.
Yeah, I like those too, but I'm not spending $1,000 on.
Here's what I said.
Not doing
like $3,600 for 6. If you wake up in the morning and 3 are dead, you're gonna be crying.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd be dead. Yeah. Let's see what. Oh, she sent me some pictures. Let's do this.
Yeah, I would send them over, but these are her.
That's a nice animal.
Yes, it is.
A little corn. I see an albino. Ooh. Little baby corn snakes. Little wigglers. I'm liking these.
Yeah, they look good. Them are nice ones.
They're hatching out good. They're hatching out nice and plump too. I like it. I like it. Oh, that one looked big. There's 2 there. I'm like, that one's huge.
When I first saw that too, I'm like, is there one there? But then I'm like, no, there's another head right there.
No,
There's
I'm
2
like,
of them.
that one's huge. Got an albino. Oh, them are the best shots right there. Them are the best shots. But that's an awesome shot too.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
She's tailing like a cobra. It's a cobra.
Them things, well, when they're that small, they're vicious little suckers, man.
These are awesome. I love it.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Emily. We'll see if we can get them on.
Who's that?
Wally with the round table with the isopods.
Let's do isopod round table. I'm game. I'm game on us doing a round table.
I'll start contacting people.
The amount of time I crawled into a ball and screamed when I bought exercise about nail. No, I am terrified. When my buddy gave me the duckies, I had a really bad weekend because I lost money that weekend. My lens broke that weekend, and he gave me duckies.
Oh, that's the weekend you got them?
Yeah, and I got scared. I was like, I'm gonna kill him. He goes, just take them home, set them up. They'll be fine. I checked on them duckies probably like 40 times a day. And then someone said, stop doing that. And I'm like, okay. And I was noticing that they were burrowing little holes. Like they dig holes in the substrate. And I'm like, is that normal? Yeah, it's normal. Leave it go. So I just started. I got kind of tired of looking at nothing. So I just watered a little bit in the enclosure. And then I would feed them. And the food would be gone. And I'm like, okay, cool. There's only 6. So I put a little bit of food in there. They would eat. And then the one time I flipped over the log and I seen 2 babies. I'm like, oh, I went nuts. I was like, oh, there's 2 babies. And now I have, I don't know, 50 to maybe 100. I don't know. I don't know how to count them all. I'm not counting them.
See, that's what Emily won 12 of those tricolors. And now she can only find 1. So that's upsetting. That would be devastating if you had to pay for those.
I couldn't. 12 did she say 6 was
3,600, yeah.
Oh, that's $7,000. Oh, dude. Yeah, my duckies do, because I got substrate like that. It's deep. And I went out and I got lime for them, and I ground up a cuttle bone. Stupid me, I should have used calcium, and I put it in there, and I was trying to make them perfect.
Maybe they're in there hiding somewhere. Maybe you might get lucky and one day flip a log and see 20, 30, 40 of them under there, huh?
Then I was scared because duckies are supposed to be hard to keep, and I'm like, I'm a dairy cow keeper, dude. You can't kill dairy cows. I don't think you can kill dairy cows.
I'm sure if somebody tried hard enough, they could, maybe, huh?
I took dairy cows to a reptile show one time. I ended up started giving them away. Because they were they're like, why are you giving these away? I'm like, I don't want to take them home. Here, just take them. Here, yeah, I have that. How many's in here? I don't know. I took a handful. What? That was just taking handfuls. You didn't count these? No. Now, duckies and the 30. I would be counting 1, 2, 3.
You know, because I had a few, Emily, that I was thinking, oh man, this culture must have crashed. But I never stopped putting food in. And I never stopped watering it. And one day I flipped over some stuff and was like, wow, there's one here. There's one there. And then before you know it, I'm like, well, they're everywhere.
So we're going to have to do a round table, and I'll set that up. I'll totally hook this up. I'll get the graphic. I'm going to get the graphic ready and get that. Because I like the round tables. I think everyone else likes round tables. So we can branch out and do round tables.
I think they do really well.
It was really cool having Flawless on too. So
yes, it was great to have him on. It's upsetting that what's name couldn't be, but I told him, I said, don't worry about it. Family emergencies happen. That's the thing.
We'll get him on again. I'm totally fine with it. Well, it's not cool what happened though, but
no, but it's fine when he had to. Yeah, it's fine that he had to skip the show though.
Yeah, that's not even an issue. But yeah, I mean. We'll get that round table going. I like it. I already got an idea for the graphic. I already got an idea. The gecko round table was one of our biggest ones.
I know it was. It was huge.
And we need to do another gecko round table, leopard gecko round table.
I agree with that one.
I'm gonna see if I can get like someone big on, like maybe John to jump on.
That would be cool.
I'll tell him I give him $5.
$5?
$5. I gotta contact him and say, hey, dude, what kind of stuff do you have hidden that's not on the site? Let me in the back.
Sweet, Emily. Sweet.
I'm going to check the Expos tonight for you. There we go. I'm telling you, it's isopod season. But I noticed it's 10:30.
I was just gonna say,
Here's something people don't know. It's my anniversary today, and I still did a show.
happy anniversary, Gary. I did not know that, buddy.
Yeah, but I wanted to do the show today, and so I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. I'm off Easter. People are gonna be able to see me at the Scaled Up Reptile Expo. I will be there. I don't know what time I'm gonna show up. I'm not gonna be a vendor, but I will have my camera in hand, and we are going to do some video recording at the show. I am gonna set stuff up tomorrow night, get everything charged up, and we are going to be doing. Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. My wife is awesome.
Mark, can everybody else hear me, Mark? I think it's on your end, because I don't think anybody has a problem hearing me, but you.
I'm hearing you good.
So,
but I'm going through the program too. So
anyway, maybe ask how many years?
11 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah. She's my everything. That girl, she can get whatever she wants. She lets me do stupid stuff with animals. Like, oh, I want this animal. How much is it? This much. Oh, okay. But
I'm
now
the same way.
That so.
See, everybody else can hear me, Mark. It's definitely you. Could you say that to Mark? Because he can't hear me.
Yeah, Mark. Everyone else can hear. I don't know what's going on. I could look like I can try, but it's going to get really loud because I got a loud voice. I can try. Yeah. There we go. See, this is that mic
I like that mic.
I actually dropped it like the day after I got it, but I got the dent out of it. So, well, no, I didn't. It's right there.
Is that the one you were telling me about?
Yeah, the MX 990.
Yes.
I dropped it. My wife bought me this for Christmas. And like 3 days after Christmas, I dropped it and it put a dent in. I just got to take it apart and then I can push out that grill. I don't even know if that's politically correct to say, hey, maybe hard up here. So I'm going to get off here. If we got anything else to add, we'll get off here. I'm going to go spend some time with the wifey wife.
Of course you are. Well, thanks, everybody. It was peace. Thank everybody for coming in. It was great.
Yeah, guys, we outie.